What's going on, D Live and YouTube? It's Saul Sunforge here for Dungeons and Taverns. We're back again with another session of the Dirty 20. We're back in Dalia, Carnassus with 3 out of 4 of the members of the group. Well, 4 out of 5 technically, because Raikou does count. But Asgrim is over in Emil Alda. You can watch those sessions. I upload them both. So it's a split party situation right now. The situation as it happens to be right now is the group went into the slums, and Charlie, the Blue Dragonborn, went with them. They went to go on a rescue mission to rescue Ralph, who's the bartender, who happens to be Charlie's boss. And it's basically they got themselves into a little bit of a gang rivalry, but amends was made at the end. The doctor started the hostilities off when negotiations were taking place with a meteor swarm. It kind of caused a lot of devastation and damage, and unfortunately some deaths too. And Foxodon went and paid off to compensate for those damages. And the party's now currently leaving the slums. It's probably about 4 p.m. or so at this point. So you all exit the slums, and after everything that's just taken place, as I said just a little bit ago, it's about 4 p.m. The sun is starting to wane, but it has not yet left the sky. The district is bustling with a lot of people. You notice that as you all exit the slums, however, there is a rather large crowd of looks like rather angry commoners. There are a few guards who are coming to approach your location, however. Is there anything you want to do before I continue on?
No.
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 Just a bunch of people are coming at us with pitchforks and torches.
No, they don't actually have any pitchforks or torches, but essentially that's the feeling that you get is that they are not too happy. In fact, the condition of some of these folks, it seems like this is where they live, lived. And so they're gathering around the district as everything is being put out, but the smoke and things are still smoldering above the wall. And one of the guards approaches you, and you can see in the immediate backdrop from behind this guard, not too far behind this guard, is about 12 additional guards coming to approach your area. And the guard who approaches first says to you all, what goes on here? Excuse me. What's going on here? I kind of mixed up 2 words, I think.
Just trying to go home now.
Explain yourselves. What's all this destruction about behind you?
Aren't they hovering that one guy
On your
on my
your Bigby's hand. Yeah, he was floating in front of you all from what I remember from last session. So yeah, he's still there. The Bigby's hand was going to float to the Velvet Room, if I remember right, the safe house.
Yeah, we're heading to the Velvet Room.
Are you the cause of all this destruction? We know there was magic casted, and as I recall, you all have been told about no magic can be casted. Have you not?
We're aware that there's no magic to be casted in the
Docks.
district.
None of the proper districts. The only district that foreigners can cast magic would be in the foreigner district.
As far as I have character, as far as I recall, you only said the Dock District.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
you only
Yeah, I know.
say the
I
doctor.
understand
Alright,
that.
So yeah.
Two
Yeah,
different,
As-
two separate guards. I understand what I said before, out of character.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So we were told only this law of the dock district, nothing else.
Still, what cause do you foreigners, outsiders, have in our town to cause such destruction, especially after you just saved us from that horrible foul beast known as Hasbro? At least
We were
temporarily.
attacked.
You were attacked, you say? There's witnesses saying that they've seen you running through the district into the slums. Is this correct?
Yes. We were not not attacked or being chased before. But as we came into the slums,
What were you running if you were not being chased, then what were you doing running into the slums? Through what I understand is several districts.
we were in pursuit
Of
a
who?
wagon.
Of a wagon.
Yes. A wagon that
Was this wagon something that belonged to you or was stolen from you?
we witnessed a kidnapping.
Who of? As
Oh,
as
oh,
as as the rest of
As-
the guards catch up and are now kind of behind
ma'am.
the first. uh, that. That is guild business. That should have no concern of you.
It should not, but it has. I know
Well,
not of this guild illness business. All I saw was a man and being kidnapped. And
and
as such, it is my belief that a good Samaritan should do something.
and the rest of you, do you not have mouths? Do you not have tongues to speak, to form the words, to answer my inquiries?
I mean, I don't think we should be speaking over each other for one thing. Two, I think, as it's so often is happening nowadays, he's frick, my train of thought slipped. Fuck. Hold on.
It's okay. Somebody else could talk while you're thinking,
Yeah.
if you need the time.
Yeah. Anyone else want to speak? What? While I try to calm down the storm.
Raiku's folding her arms. Just. I go where he goes. He is my master.
The doctor is grabbing his head and kind of still collecting himself.
From the attack, we have gained major injury. Some of us have been injured in that fight and are
Reports
less able to speak.
very well. That could make sense. However, the reports say that they seen two women running through with two gentlemen, and I now see that there is three gentlemen and one woman. So were the reports incorrect?
No, they were correct.
Proceed.
I feel bad for the guard.
Pause just in case you wanted to question, but this man that I'm holding up right now is the woman, or was the woman, shall I say more accurately?
I've seen and heard strange occurrences in this town, but this is one that would top them all. Proceed.
So the woman died and the man was born.
So you approach the slums district in a hurry, completely drunk out of your mind, is what you're saying.
I am not
And
drunk. I actually detest that of alcohol.
oh, so you snort crushed resnium then is your choice of drug.
What is crushed resnium? I prefer a glass of milk.
Uh, I've not heard
Well,
of
He
this
is.
if you
drug.
would. It
It,
is not a drug.
Uh,
It is from the teat of animals,
uh,
like cows.
enough of the silliness. Anyway,
why is changing gender
I
so
am
hard
only
to
but
understand?
answering your questions in the most direct of manner. Good guard.
what, what,
You
what
may not believe it, but this one right here, um, when death has occurred, they strange magics overtake their body and they become a new person.
They essentially, she has a reincarnation built into her very soul, essentially.
Is that what it's called?
Yes, yes, it's called that.
so you have you have the 19 guards, the 18 that came in, the initial guard on your they're in a semicircle around you all. They're on your left side. On your right side is now what's approaching a throng size of angry villagers, and altogether it's easily over 100 individuals just around you all in a semicircle listening to your stories. And you can tell that the villagers seem like they are ready to just they're ready to tear you all apart, and the guards seem like they are about to you're not exactly sure if they're going to stop them or if they're going to stop them, like permanently stop them. And so it's becoming somewhat of a tense situation. And it seems like most of the guards have their attention now on the villagers, and your Bigby's hand is still continuing floating down the road, or is it stopped, or how does that work?
It's probably next to us because there's only so far that can go away.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was a range within a range of you. Well, but as these hostilities seem imminent, where the guards aren't sure if they should protect you all or let you all just get completely ran over by this throng of individuals, Charlie comes running down the road, and he says, "Yes, yes, there you are," and he gets everybody's attention, and he says, "Come on, we're late. I need your utmost assistance." And he's trying to like drag you along to get you to come. And the main guard says, "Stop, halt." And Charlie turns around and says, "Yes, we're very late. What do you need?" And the guard kind of motions over to the slums and says that you're all suspected of causing mass damage and casualties, mass damage to property and life, and that he is being ordered by Lenosius to take you to him directly. And when after he hears that, he knows that's your goal, because that's what you told him so far.
Okay.
And he kind of is looking like, do you like Do you want to go with them, or do you, I have other information that you might want to hear first before you decide to do that? He says it
Where is Lenos
kind of.
Lucius? We've been meaning to go and talk to him. We're very good friends with his wife.
Mm,
Uh,
his wife. Mm, that's news to me.
I'm sure that he doesn't talk about us that much. We're kind of, well, more damn it, more recent friends to his wife.
It's true that he is sort of a recluse, and he has been more reclusive in the last few years, but he has been seen in the Park District, and he does walk around to the markets and sometimes frequent the taverns, but I've never seen a wife on his side.
Well, she
True,
practices much magics, and as such,
he
she keeps to herself as well.
well, as far as I know, he has a girlfriend, but not a wife. He's been seen walking around at night with her, but I do not believe they're married. What did you say her name was?
I didn't say what her name was, but her name is Katrina.
So he's taking down notes.
But that sounds like it's possibly her walking around at night.
Mm, yes, it very well could be. And you say that you're friends of Lenosius?
I'm friends with his wife's. I
Um,
don't know much
so you
about the man more.
but you are requesting a meeting with Lenosius, are you not?
No, not at the moment. We
No,
have
because we're under instruction to bring in any foreigners who may cause damage, destruction, or theft. Oh, someone left. Did someone leave the call?
Yeah, you guys cut out for some reason. All right, and
Oh,
it was on my end, so.
okay. So he says to you that by order of Lenosius, we are to question any foreigners and possibly interrogate, depending on the circumstances of the crime or the damages that have been done. And then Charlie says he pulls the guard to the side, and he says, "Come here for a second." And you could hear him talking. He's not really trying to be quiet from you, but he's shielding himself, like he's putting his back towards the other guards, which probably in this situation isn't the best thing to do. But he wants you all to hear what's going on, and he pulls out a coin out of his pocket, and it is a golden edged coin, but the coin itself is made out of, it looks like some type of obsidian or black glass, and it has a skull pirate on it with a hat and two swords. Oh, God damn it! Two cutlasses crossing each other, and he says to the guard, "Do you know what this is?" And the guard kind of stammers a little bit. He says, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard of those. What are you gonna do?" He says, "Well, I can flip the coin. I can offer you the coin heads up, or I can flip the coin, and it could be tails." And the guard's like, "No, no, don't flip the coin." He's like, "You don't want me to flip the coin, so you want it to be heads." He says, "Yeah, don't do this to me." He said, "Heads or tails?" And the guard says, "I'll, I'll take heads. I'll take heads." And he grabs the coin out of his hand, and he says, "Heads it is. Very well." And he turns around and says, "Come on, guys, off we go."
The doctor will follow.
You're all
Goes.
all right. All right. So, so you're heading through the ungilded district with him, and he says, "Well," he says, Don't, we'll talk more when we get to the secure spot." Too many watchful eyes and too many ears listening to the ground.
Thank you for that, by the way.
I think there might be people following us. He kind of looks back at maybe peasantry that are like, kill, kill, kill.
No, no. What's happening now as you look back is the guard. He put the coin into his pocket, and you notice that you can't hear because you're far enough away, but he's talking to the other guards, and then the guards form an arc around the path, restricting the way towards you all. Seemingly trying to make sure that you aren't able to be followed for whatever reason.
Well, okay then.
There's some coin.
Yes. And so you get to the familiar tavern that opens up into the staircase that leads down into the hallway. That has the 3 doors on the left and 2 doors on the right. And at the end of the hallway is the doorman, and he lets presumably you're going to have Bigby's hand floating in first, I imagine, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so he opens the door, and the hand gently glides into the room. And I didn't have enough time to make a map out of character for the Velvet Room, although I very much wanted to. But if you guys use the Velvet Room another time, then I will make it for next session. I promise.
What are you guys doing here? David.
All right, so the Big B's hand floats in to the Velvet Room, and gently, I assume, I'm not going to take the liberty from you, but there's a couch there that's lined delicately in velvet, and it's a very nice couch, but in the circumstances, I think it would be okay for Bigby's hand to lay him there. So I was just going to assume that it did that. And Charlie turns around, and the doorman closes the door, and Charlie flips him a gold coin out the door as it's closing. And you hear the coin ting 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 bounce off the wall, and he didn't catch it. So Charlie says, "Well, that was a series of events, huh? What all happened exactly in there? We got a lot to discuss. I think. I feel like. Why did you have an entire mob of people at your throat? And so many guards in one location is extremely rare, especially in such a dangerous place as the slums."
Magic was used to call down Skyrock as a burning fire.
Oh, Jesus. On you?
Round us.
Huh. So they weren't willing to talk?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean,
It's being a bit difficult.
Who are you, sir?
oh, this is the doctor.
I didn't even notice that guy coming in.
No. It's the woman that we had before.
What kind of magic does that?
The kind where when you die you turn into a different person.
Oh, reincarnation?
Yeah,
Yes.
that.
I've heard of that,
Really what
but I've never seen it. Isn't that an elven thing?
Uh, other races have it too.
Well, so you're like the same person, but not. Like, do you remember?
I remember everything, but I don't. I'm not her,
An out of
but I
character,
am her.
an out of character. This role playing situation exactly is going to come up several more times. I'm sorry, it just has to. It just has
It's
to.
fine. It's fine.
Okay, and play. So, well, so what was the result of what happened in the slums then? Did you wipe them all out, or because that was a lot of black smoke and debris? There was
There,
wooden planks clear 100 feet away from the entrance to the slums.
there were um, much collateral damage.
Well, that's unfortunate, but at least you got him back. Not really in one piece, but he's alive. It seems. He goes up and starts poking at him. Ralph's like trying to feebly bat him away. He's like, "Go get me one of them restorative potions we have." And Charlie goes off into the other room that he initially was trying to offer you all to go into before he left. He goes into that room and he comes back out with a few different potions. And one of them's green and one of them's red, and he has a clear liquid. And he says, "Hold on," and he has a dagger in that he has secured on his side. He pulls it out of this like elastic band that he has around his leg. He pulls out this one particular dagger, and he loosens the pommel of the dagger, and there's some type of ointment or salve in it, and he rubs some of it on his finger, and he's applying it to some of Ralph's deeper wounds that can be staunched. And so as he's doing this, he turns around and says to you all, "Are you all in need of healing too? It looks like you are, and even if you're not, well, you're going to be. If you're still in pursuit of that blue box that you're talking about before, anyway."
Of course.
And he says, "Well, I got some really great news and some kind of bad news. Which one would you like first?" And he's still applying the medicine, and he pulls out some leaves that he has, and puts some water and some powder on the leaves to make it turn into like a paste. And he's applying it. He says, "So, which one did you want first?"
Hear the bad news?
Well, his place is very heavily armored and fortified. The amount of guards that he has at his disposal, it would take, even as powerful as you clearly all are, as he motions his hand towards where the slums district would be, even though obviously you're inside and can't see it. And he's like, I can't offer you the services of my guild directly like that in order to combat the mayor of our city. That's direct death for everybody involved. But the information I could give you, because you definitely helped me, is that there also is a little lesser known information that I was able to secure about his house is that his property wasn't always a keep. It used to be an insane asylum. And they used to treat people there for disease and mental illness. And there is a passage leading underneath that mental asylum that is still able to be accessed. I suspect it has not been used for a very long time, 30, 40 years at least. But it is a way in. But you see, they used to use that passage to bring back and forth, well, not back, mostly forth, I imagine, the sick and deathly ill bodies to this one underground room connected through the chute to where they would starve or die or already were dead. And it has attracted quite many nasty monsters, I'm afraid. The guards have cleared it out somewhat, but it is located directly, ironically, perhaps, in the middle of the graveyard district. The chute led down through the asylum into the room which is attached to the mausoleum in the center of the graveyard district. So perhaps the graveyard district was initially formed around there for that reason, and then it just became where the graveyard district is. I will say, though, that the area is definitely more active at night, so if you wish to go there with less hostilities in the graveyard itself, you should probably go during the day. However, if you're trying to mask your approach, it probably would be better to do it at night. So, really, either way you go, it's kind of a bad situation, I feel. But that is your easiest chance to get in. The direct approach is probably a no-go approach. However, he does have a small outer gate that is crenelled. It is barbed at the top. It wouldn't take too much effort to climb, although getting over those barbs might be a problem. I noticed that there were some guard dogs on the outer perimeter, and then a much larger gate. I'd say about 50 feet tall, that is manned from the top. I've seen 3 sentries. 2 of them were patrolling on 3 different segments. So altogether, I would say there's at least 20 guards between the gate and the inner doors of the property itself. I don't know the forces inside. I do know that there's a courtyard located inside to connect to several segments of the property. And I can tell you that I guess I could call it the schoolyard side, because it seemed like this property had at one point a self-contained school. The school side of the property on the 4th floor, I did happen to spy, with my little eye, a blue box. A direct climb up to the 4th floor would be massive suicide attempt. Any magic use directly outside the property is almost assuredly going to either attract the guards or outright not even work, or worse, have trap-like consequences. That's all the reconnaissance I was able to do, though, in the amount of time that I had. I did not wish to be caught out in the daytime, such as it was. There were several balconies up there, however. So if you did wish to climb up there, you would have a few different areas where you could have a break in your climb. But those balconies also do have guards as well. So my suggestion would probably be the graveyard approach. You don't have to tell me your approach if you don't wish to. This way, in case I happen to get any type of interrogations upon myself, I cannot divulge where you went. After this moment, I could say that I don't even know you, and we could part ways from here. Going up against go ahead. You probably have many questions. I don't want to keep rambling on.
Well, my first question is, what is the good news?
Then I found your box.
Oh, okay then.
Box was kind of the good news.
Wasn't
I
that
know you
if
said it
well if
in that entire thing, but I thought that was all the whole bad.
no. I was putting them both together because, you ever heard the phrase shit sandwich? You give the bad, then a good, then a bad. There's a lot of bad. There's very little good, but it's a big good. So I figured it would sustain you.
I didn't know that he was combining the bad with the good.
It's alright.
It's fine. It's fine. But anyway, what was your other questions? You said you had questions.
Ah,
That was more of a statement, really, but go ahead.
what if we just walked up?
Walked up to the gate?
Yes.
You haven't seen? You haven't seen the posters?
The wanted posters?
There's several.
I have.
Did the doctor actually show you?
Yes.
Okay. There's several wanted posters, and particularly a lot of them focused around his location, his residence, directly on his gatehouse. Yes. So, how would you go about walking up to the gate?
Not really go walking up there.
I mean, he wants to speak to us. We're expected in some sort of manner. Rather than fight everything,
That
we could be put into a room with him.
Charlie says, "Beg your pardon, sir, but are you a bit touched? Do you think that he's going to allow you to escape if he knows that you're coming and that you just walk in through the gates like that? Yes, you might be welcomed in, but why do you think you'd be welcomed in? So you can't be welcomed back out." In my experience, when someone such as that wants to speak to you, it's never a good speaking, and it's usually not with words. But it is your choice. It's your life. I don't really know you beyond the help that you've provided for me and my associates.
Well, there's looks to the doctor and Jack. Well, there is a second thing to all of this. What if Katrina's here? We know of her affliction.
Are you whispering this, or are you saying it loud enough for Charlie to hear
Saying
too? Okay.
Saying it.
Okay. Charlie says, "Who's this Katrina person you're speaking of?"
His wife?
I thought she died.
She did.
Sort of true.
So
The goddess said that Lenosius is sometimes seen at night with a woman. Yes?
yeah, yes, his girlfriend.
That's because Katrina is a vampire.
What? In this town? A vampire? He says it kind of like the first time you hear like a shocked voice. The tone that comes out of his throat is rather alarming and squealish.
And, well, ow.
We have accords with the vampires of Strigoli.
I know not of the vampires of Strigoli. I only know that she is a vampire of one Strad von Zerovich.
I do not know of who that is, but we have treaties in place with the vampires that they are to stay on Strigoli and only feed on prisoners in exchange for leaving us folk here on the mainlands alone.
Well,
Is this is this a feral vampire?
this is a vampire that is probably not of the Strigoli treaties that your people have created with, and as well as that is a vampire to extend her life to try to save the world.
You're all involved in some deeper doo doo than we all are here. It sounds like.
Oh, I'm sure that your troubles are just as bad, and there's no reason to compare. Huh?
You've you've saved the life of our master, and for yes you did destroy the slums, but from what I've heard, it may have been okay. It may resolve future conflicts.
I don't think that destroying the slums was okay in any manner.
No, I mean not okay as in I'm saying it will turn out okay. Like there may be peace that arises from this destruction.
I hope so.
If peace arises from the destruction, then does that not make the destruction then okay? I've always wondered these questions. I've never had anybody to ask about them. But since we're facing this specific circumstance, just like if somebody stole something from you and you stole it back off of them, does that make you a thief?
It does.
I disagree.
Just the right thief.
We're about to take my box back.
Yes.
Yes, we're about to, and we are.
Yes. Yes. And even though I regretfully it just it would be too much of a risk for me, and I hope you understand that, to offer you any of my men or myself to assist you past getting to the graveyard district, which you already have been there, so you could walk there yourselves. But I can offer you some potions, like I tried to before. I assumed you were going to need them at some point. I suppose you probably do have questions about the coin that I have had offered that guard. If not, very well. But he's a made man now. You won't have to worry about
What is
them.
that coin?
It's the made coin. You're either heads, you're made for life, or tails, you made your grave. If you're offered the made coin and you accept heads, then you're set for life. You're taken care of, and your family's taken care of. If anything happens to you, your kids are taken care of. It's a made coin. You don't have to work another day in your life if you don't wish. If you accept it. Although sometimes it might be more honorable to decline it, and death would be better. I don't fault anyone for choosing that route. It just depends on the situation. And they're not given out often. This is the second coin I've ever had to give out. But I felt it was necessary. If I didn't, well, tomorrow would not be guaranteed for all of you, apparently, except for the ones that can come back as men and the ones who do not die so easily. And well, there's just a lot about this world that I need to go out and discover now. But yes, that is the made coin. Would you like to know the ironic thing about the made coin?
Oh.
They're minted by Linosius. So, indirectly, he's going to be paying for the reciprocation for the debt to his own district.
It's quite funny.
It's nice to laugh sometimes at other people's expense. So, you all can. I will leave after you help yourselves to the items that you need. Don't leave some for us, as the shipments coming in have been. Well, there's a blockade in place, and so there won't be any new shipments for, well, until it's cleared, I imagine. Except for the private stash shipments for Linosius. Those are allowed through still, for some reason.
Lots of options.
But like I said, don't tell me if you don't wish to. Although, I kind of like you all. If you tell me, you know what, I might be able to help you one time or so. I'll risk myself once or twice, but only if you go at night. I will not risk myself during the daytime. That's just absolutely suicide. And you can have some potions here too, of course, to help you along the way. That's if you wish. If not, don't tell me anything, because I won't be able to tell them anything. The only thing I know, and honestly, is that you're heading towards... You need to speak to Linosius. That's all I can say. That's all I can offer them. And if they ask why, I could say to get an item. They were trying to ask about an item, but they didn't say which item. Just that it was blue. I wouldn't be lying to anybody, and nobody would find out about anything on where you went. And then I just paid the guards off, so they won't follow you from that district anyway. You might have to worry about some of the guards over in the residential district. They walk around with torches at night, looking at the rooftops to see if there's any prowlers about.
Well then. I wouldn't want to risk your life more than you've already have for us. It's more than we can ever ask.
Well, yes, but really, even in your short amount of time that you've been here, you're probably the closest thing I could call to a friend in this inhospitable place. So,
Why would I ask a friend to risk their own life?
well, the thing is, you didn't ask. I offered. There is a difference, I tend to think. But, very well, one final piece of advice I could give you then, if you go to the Park Residential District in the daytime, stay away from that night guy. He will call very much attention to you, and if you're trying to not be seen, it would be very unwise for him to see you.
All right.
And then he throws you the key to the door on the side, and says, like I said, take as much as you want, but please be mindful of we need supplies too. Our mission is not yet done.
Kind of looks at everybody. Does anybody need to buy anything or other kinds of supplies?
I need to refill my pouch of bullets. Probably a little bit of gunpowder.
Charlie says to you, I have a little bit of gunpowder. How much do you need?
Oh, not it. It's for something else.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure. To the local stores. So that them like this, he pulls out a bow with the casing.
If you're looking for anything with gunpowder, you probably want to go see Pistol Pete.
All right.
You can
I
find
had it.
you can find him over near the bazaar.
Wonderful. Puts that away.
Anything else before I vanish? Don't worry about Ralph. He'll be fine here. He's resting. He doesn't seem like he's in critical danger anymore of dying.
Do you need anything?
Doctor shakes his no.
Very well.
Good.
So we can depart.
Okay.
The
Yes.
doctor nods.
All right. Then he gives a bow and then he says, I wish you luck, and I do not wish to hear about your deaths in the Morning Gazette.
Take care.
And Fox, I don't know if your character would know what the Gazette is or not. I don't know if it even matters.
It's like the newspaper, but not.
So he leaves, and before he closes his door, he says, "Oh, and you have free access to all the liquor too. The cabinets are they're yours. Whatever you need."
Thank you.
I suspect you may want to do some drinking before you go. It's I wouldn't want to make the journey. Either way. No, we don't carry milk, unfortunately, here.
That's unfortunate.
It's mostly rum, scotch, quality wine from Samaria. So, he waits to see if you're going to say anything else. He says, "All right." He finishes waving his hand behind his head, and door closes, and now it's just you all and Ralph, who's semi-conscious on this comfortable couch.
Well, we know where she is. Looks at the doctor. So how do we want to get to her?
Graveyard.
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 Even if I were to say anything else, I'll be outvoted. But yeah. Outside of gang stuff, getting our requisite supplies, what should we? Anything else we should discuss, or are we just doing it as we, as people in our situation usually do it?
I think that we just go get the box as per our plan. Maybe if they have any invisibility potions might help.
Idea.
All right, so you open this door to see what all is inside this. Essentially, it's a vault. It's airtight, and you can see that there is an alchemical table with a bunch of ingredients and potions, and you can see up against the wall there's some arms and armor, and on the right side against the wall you can see that there's slings, and that's where there's some gunpowder there, and then there's like some extra food and things, like they're using it like a space for some, like a larder. when you take a look at the potions, there are some potions that you recognize. You instantly recognize 3 potions of heroism. You see that there is some healing potions and things like you see like a oil of slipperiness, and you see some alchemist fire. There are, well, roll a high or low for your invisibility potions.
Low.
Okay. Ooh, okay. You do find one potion of visibility.
So Raikou grabs it.
All
It's
right.
like there's one.
You do see that underneath the alchemical table, there are bags, adventuring bags that look like they're prepared already, with a rope on the side and a bedroll attached to them and everything like that. Did you want to search those or no? Like I said, it looks like they're prepared for something, so it's up to you.
No.
Okay. All right. So you gather up your potions and things that you taking your pick of some of the potions. Which ones did you want to grab? So write them down on this chat so I can see. So I can just so I have a recollection of it.
Anyone got any suggestions?
Like I said, there's a oil of slipperiness. There's like 3 potions of regeneration, and there's several various different healing vials and beakers and things. So roughly 10 potions of superior healing in total. If you want any of those 10, just write down how many.
Do we want any of them? Fox is just basically kind of being himself and being like, I'm good.
Okay. All right, no problem.
But as for everyone else, what did they want?
Right.
Just a potion of healing.
So 1 potion of healing superior, you said?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that would be 8d8 plus 8. Because the scream is the... No, that's the 8d4s plus 8. Sorry, I came back from Pathfinder. So...
Yep. There's 10 superior
Jack,
potions
do you
there.
want anything?
There's two supreme potions there. And then the 3 regeneration potions. Like I said, the oil of slipperiness, the invisibility which Raikou took. And that's it in terms of potions that you recognize anyway.
Hmm.
Well, and the heroism ones that I mentioned before too.
Well, as long as
I'm sure you need something, Jack.
probably a healing potion. That's probably about it.
You want the good ones or the gooder ones?
No, I just need something to heal. Just a good one.
Right now, 1 potion of invis, 2 potions of superior.
Okay. And then once you guys go shopping, if you could again write down what you got. All right. So, yep. So you spend about a half hour or so gathering up the potions that you want, getting the potions that you know what they are. Did you want to search through any of the weapons or arms or anything, or you're good?
I think we're good. I'm good at least.
Okay.
Punk isn't gonna take any of those.
The resinium crystals on the table. None of that. Okay.
That's on you. Because that's for your gun.
That's for your gun.
Yep. There's a red one and there's a black one, and they're on the table.
Ooh, black. The color of necromancy. You want to shoot death?
Sure, I'll take a crystal.
Which one? There's 1 black, 1 red.
What's in my gun right now?
Red.
Yeah, your gun has a custom fitting on it for red. Only.
I'll just stick with red.
Okay. All right.
You
So
grab secondary red.
Yeah.
okay, and it's the large variety.
All right, 1 large resinium crystal.
And I told you I wrote down to you how many shots each one was worth and things, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It kind of nudges Fox.
Hmm?
Yeah, we should get one of those.
One of what?
Points at the potion of heroism.
I don't want to take from them. It's they're going to need it more at some point, and I'd rather not take it from them. That might mean their life.
What?
Like, if need be, I'd rather buy it. But there's no one really I can give monetary exchange to for it. Looks to Ralph.
Ralph, was it, what did you? What? What did you need?
Oh, the potion of heroisms?
Just you can leave a gold donation and take what you need. If you said that you could have any of the potions, then you can take any of the potions. But if you want to leave a donation, that'd be a good gesture. But you don't have to. He didn't say you had to. If he would have said that you didn't have to, I could have chimed in, but I didn't. So it's all good. Take what you need, and donate if you want.
So he's gonna pull out gold.
All right.
I'll take one potion of heroism and one potion of superior, sorry. Superior healing. And he's going to leave 100 platinum.
Holy shit. All right. Yep, that's good. Sometimes in my head, I'm like, I'm still thinking of World of Warcraft where it's times 100, not times 10.
You want to make it times 100? I'll do it.
No.
TBH, that's how much I thought before. Each and every single thing was like priced at was like they had 100 difference.
Yeah.
It would definitely make the differences of copper, silver, and gold that much more, rather than something that's kind of like because I understand that in D&D it's ridiculous to basically go into a bar and be like, I would like an ale, and then they put down a gold coin and be like, keep the change. Like, what the fuck,
Right.
right? But at least with this, then there would be no reason for you to be like, here, put down the gold coin and keep the change, because they would never have that much change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was actually thinking about maybe just doing silver, gold, and platinum, because copper really, like what even starting out, what player it would be happy with you saying, "Oh, you found 13 copper." Like nobody's gonna be like, why did you even tell us?"
So the only reason why I would keep copper in the game at all is not for the players.
It's for the purposes of the world.
It's for the purposes of the world and for the purposes of the players obviously will be rich at one point or another in your world. And they'll be using silver and gold to pay for things. They will never use copper
Oh, is there a dick?
unless they want to be a petty dick. But basically it's more for like this is the peasants. These are what, average people used to pay for and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
This is the average currency and stuff. Like I would keep it in the world basically to kind of show this is the poor people currency. Then silver is like this is the middle class currency. Then gold, it's like this is the king's currency. And then platinum, it's like what the actual F
Emperor's
currency
currency.
is.
Emperor's currency.
Contracted to
Mixer.
I think it was Mixer. Well, at the time, I think that he was at Twitch. Then he switched over to Mixer, like right when PewDiePie was contracted and stuff. Like right around that time.
Mother.
All right. Well, we ready to go?
Well, yep.
Okay. So Ralph says to you, just leave the coin and the key on the counter before you leave, and if I could get up at some point, I will. If not, sure, it's gonna be fine. Charlie will be back.
All right. So, shall we go get any other things or?
The bazaar's open. Ralph says the bazaar's open until about. Well, once the sun goes down, they stay open for like another hour, and then it's closed down for the night. You still have some time.
Nah.
I know that he said he can help us with the potions, but what of the weapons and armor?
Well, the weapons, the armor, and the crystals, and all those things, those are for our upcoming. Well, yeah, you really. I don't want to. You really shouldn't know, so you don't get involved. But there's something upcoming that we have as a group to
On Tuesdays.
take care of. If there's some one item or something there that you need, that it should be okay.
I only asked because I mean there could be something that we could use, but I wouldn't want to just take it. I would want to purchase it, and
Well,
the gold for all intents and purposes could be used for you, for your organization, rather than just to some merchant.
yeah, I suppose that's fine. If there's some armor there that you wish to purchase, we're kind of low on weapons though.
Okay, grab
I'm just gonna go in the room.
So
The armor,
Awesome.
the armors are fine to look at and purchase if you need to. We have enough armors. We're low on weapons though, so I would probably have to ask for extra money if you take any weapons.
So he'll look through the armors because his weapon is pretty goddamn good.
Right. And plus, there's no halberds in the weapons, as a cursory look.
Okay.
The armor you see the first armor you see is like scale mail. It looks like it was scales of an adult green dragon. And they're rather shimmering. Below that, you see a leather armor. It looks like it's some like was hardened, like it was boiled leather, and there you see some rivets and stuff on it, some studs. And then you also beyond that, there's a chainmail shirt. It definitely has magical properties because it's glowing. When you go to touch it, it has like an ice blue glow to it.
Oh.
Which one did you want to? Oh, you noticed when you pick up the leather armor, it didn't make the traditional creaking sounds of leather against leather.
Raiku's looking at that leather armor.
Okay. So,
As for Fox, he's looking at the scale
mm-hmm.
because he has scale mail, but it's just the normal scale mail.
Yeah, so the scales start up around the chest are a bright green, and they are larger scales of variety. As you go down the piece, the scales are getting progressively smaller and smaller, and they go from the dark green color to more of like a lime green towards the end of this armor, and it's putting off somewhat of a like a slickness to it.
What sort of armor is this?
Ralph
If you know.
Ralph says, "Yeah, we a few years back we killed a green dragon out in the forest by Mogged Alone, and we brought the scales in and got them fashioned into an armor. I never donned it myself, but it said that dragons have magical properties, right?
Yes. Looks over at the doctor. They do, right? They're magical.
Doctor nods.
Yeah, so we got it made into an armor. It was one of the first pieces of armor we actually had in this place.
Oh, I probably shouldn't. This must have much sentimental value to you.
Uh,
Uh,
we're pirates, but we don't really have sentiment. It was just telling you the history of the thing, everything I know about it. You asked me what I knew about it. I was just giving it to you.
what would you value it at?
Oh. Give me a moment. Uh, oh.
Why is my soul dying?
Oh. Well, seeing as you saved my life, even though Charlie paid you and got you out with that coin, I still myself would like to thank you. So, if you want to buy that 20,000 gold piece armor, I'll give it to you for 12.
20,000, you said.
That's what it's worth, but I give it to you for 12 for on account of saving me. I feel like my life is worth at least a 8,000 gold discount.
Very well. I'll I'll do that.
Sorry, I couldn't just give it to you for free outright, but the blockade is causing a lot of issues for our currency collection.
I wouldn't want to take it off something so valuable for off you for free.
Well, like I said, you gave me my life. That's more valuable than some gold I could probably make back. Although 12,000, well, it's a lot of coin. But my life is worth more than that. So if I could offer you more, I would. But I'll graciously take the money and put it to good use.
So he will give him. He said 12,000.
Yes, sir.
1,200 plat.
You got a lot of these shiny coins. I haven't seen too many of these around here.
Funnily enough, a lot of it was in the stomach of the beast that we killed.
Ugh.
We killed many adventurers.
Hasbro has killed many a parties, and
Taken their possessions and,
yeah,
and the
it takes
monetary value.
yes, it takes their possessions and everything they have with them, their house, and well, he'll be back anyway. So, but you got rid of him for some time. That's the thing about that Hasbro. You kill it and it keeps coming back. I think this is probably the fifth edition of it. The fourth edition, no one liked it. He got killed real fast. But sure enough, they came back with a fifth edition. I could do that all day. I could literally do that all day.
Hopefully the next time won't be the. Hopefully the next time it'll be the one last edition.
The one Hasbro to rule them all, huh? Well, let's hope it stays dead this time. I heard you beat its ass pretty bad.
With an orc army.
Well, is there anything else I could do for you? You've already done a lot for me. You probably want to get off to
What's
the
with this-
bazaar, though, before it closes.
What's with this stuffed leather armor?
Oh, that's the armor of trained assassins. You wear that armor, no one hear you coming. Not until it's too late. In addition to that, there's 5 little slots there for you to put if you have like poison stuff, darts.
Oh, I thought that was inside. Yeah.
I'm somewhat of assassin myself, you know.
Are you now?
Well, monster slayer, but I do it from the shadows. We just have different targets.
Hunting monsters is a little bit different than hunting people.
You're right. Some of the monsters are much more dangerous.
It's true. Depending on what monsters you come across, I suppose.
Oh,
However,
you know, like
I tend to find people to be more vicious of the two when it comes down to it. Monsters sometimes they just kill. That's their instinct. People choose to.
oh, I do also mean the other kinds of monsters. Is it not a choice of a person to become a lich? Is it not a person's choice to make bargains with demons? Those people are still monsters in their own right,
Those aren't bargains I'd be willing to make.
and it's one you should never make, unless you want to see my arrow.
Fair enough. Is there anything else you wish to speak of real quick before you leave?
If I were to purchase this from you, how much would it take to acquisition from you?
Ooh. Well, with your master's purchase of the one armor, I would have to charge a bit more for the second armor. I can offer you that for 22,000 gold. If you have such a sum. Although I no longer doubt it with the money that you've thrown around here so far.
22,000?
Yes. The Well, the process
I'm
of
sure
how
that you.
it doesn't matter.
I'm sure that you have some poisons for me to put into those slots you mentioned.
Yes, there is a chimera potion on the table over there in the room. It's you'll notice that it doesn't have a cork in it. It has a cap. You can get 10 uses out of it substantially for your arrows or throwing knives. They won't last too long with chimera blood running through their veins. All it takes is a nick.
And how much would that be to my dear?
Chimera blood and very expensive. Oh, well,
At least I'm not asking for wyvern poison.
I'd say 10,000 gold. You can have it. It is very costly to extract. Many lives were risked to get it. And it happens to be our trademark.
Looks at the doctor. What do you think? Should I go for the very nice chimera poison? I'm sure that our enemies will very much don't like that.
Doctor shakes his head no.
Really?
Oh, out of character. Shit. Sorry. Did I say chimera? I meant wyvern poison. I'm sorry.
Motherfucking wyvern poison?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I meant wyvern poison. I was thinking chimera for some reason, though.
So what do you think, Doctor? Wyvern poison?
Shakes his head no.
Why so apprehensive?
Well, I think we're taking a bit much.
Well, I'm purchasing them. And I'm not going to be able to find wyvern poison anytime soon, unless we come across a kind wyvern. They are nasty bunches. Very well then.
Ralph says, I mentioned 10 uses, did I not?
You did.
I might have forgot the per day part. Excuse me.
Excuse me?
Oh, it's an enchanted flask. As long as you don't use it all, it never expires. Ever.
Hold up. Hold up. I'm gonna go to your dungeons area.
All right.
I think you want S Post City for that.
I guess, yeah, shit, Post City would be a good one for that. Here you go. Take my money!
I honestly think that I'm no longer involved in this conversation.
I mean, if you really want to look at it, that enchanted flask, technically, if I were to empty it all out, if it can be reused, put a health potion in there, ooh, I'm gonna be using it for poisons.
I don't think I was ever involved in this conversation the moment that information was dropped.
Yeah. Sorry, Doctor. All right. She's gonna buy it. She's gonna buy both.
Very well. That is an extravagant amount of money. We shall
In
be
platinum.
we shall be able to upgrade most of our facilities, and I do believe hire more recruits. And maybe we will have enough troops to take care of this blockade ourselves. Bloody business.
So I guess that's what I'm purchasing, at least from these peoples. Only thing left is to go to bazaar and literally buy fucking arrows.
All right. So that was a total of what? 22,000.
It was 22,000 plus
Yeah.
10,000, which
Okay.
is 32,000,
32,000.
and such. I have given 3,200 platinum.
Okay.
I am left with I'm at low platinum now.
Okay. All right. Well, he says, well, now that you've purchased all these amenities, uh, you probably want to get going. You probably only have about maybe an hour's time. It's going to take you a half hour to get there.
Oh, very well. Take care, Ralph.
I do believe I will
Deuce.
probably see you again. But if not, you're always welcome at the Dirty Parrot.
Till we meet again.
And he raises his hand, like, kind of meekly to shake your hand.
He will shake his hand and kind of pull him in and give him a gentle hug. Do well for the people.
And he lifts, his torso up off the couch and goes to give you a hug. He says, "Oh, my. I'm rather turned out. Do well and don't die too soon. Thanks again for the business and the assistance with my life. Off you go now."
So I guess now we're off.
Off to see the gunsmith of ours.
All right.
The only thing left now is I need those stats.
Yeah. And I will give you those stats for both items.
Okay.
Just give me a second here to move you over to the other map. Boom. Nope. Oh, that was Gila's map. Sorry. There we go. This map. Boom. All right. And so I'll reveal a bit of the map actually because there's no reason to really have it hidden. But so you walk into the bazaar area or market if you wish. It's basically the same thing essentially. And you see that this area is crowded. There is hundreds of people in this area. Your attention immediately goes to the bathhouse right in front of you, and the assortment of palm trees. You notice that there's a watch post here in the corner as you enter into this section, and you can see that there are several guards in the area that you're in currently, with several guards walking around the stone pathway in the middle, which happens to have a series of goods laid out about it, with a small hut in the middle underneath a palm tree. Where do you want me to reveal first? I don't want to give you like too much information at one time, so that's why I have it hidden.
Well,
Here, those are people's
should we,
houses.
should we get the blacksmith or the gun, uh, not gun matters out of the way
You-
first?
Well, it seems like you need to go find your pistol Pete, and I have to go find a Fletcher.
Yeah.
Looks at Fox.
You wanting to buy anything here?
I mean, we can go and look and browse. Is there anything you're looking for?
Wanna go to the bathhouse?
Sure. I believe I could use a bath. It's been quite some time. So the doctor wants to take Fox to the bathhouse, I guess.
All right. So as you walk towards the bathhouse, you're able to hear some arguing, and it sounds like from where you're at, an older gentleman is ridiculing a younger gentleman about his mustache. Do you care about that or no?
No.
Okay. All right. So you both head on over to the bathhouse. Jack, where did you say you were going?
He's going to try to find gunsmith Pete.
Okay. Um. So, which way are you walking around all the goods? Because this area is it's quite big. All these goods in the middle is, uh, like hundreds of thousands of gold worth of items.
It's all just piled up in front. Oh dear God!
Yeah, there's guards. There's guards patrolling that like a lot of guards. There's like 11 or 12 guards patrolling all this area, and there's workers and stuff that are standing in between some of the goods and things.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
it looks they're barking out that if people are looking to purchase bulk goods, to come to the shack underneath the palm tree, and I don't know if you care about any of that stuff, but if not, just pick away.
not really.
Okay,
Uh,
top or bottom?
top.
All right. So you are where was Raikou going?
She's probably going to go to the bazaar as well. She's basically looking for a Fletcher.
Oh, okay. Is she going top or bottom route? Because the center portion is basically dividing up two streets of this area.
Bottom.
Okay. All right. So you do you want me to describe the goods again, or in more detail, or do you want to keep going?
Keep going.
Okay. So you walk past the goods, and you're about halfway across past the entire circle. You are standing on the opposite side of a large guardhouse. So you've already noticed that there's a whole heck of a lot of guard presence in this area. And it's like an actual proper guardhouse, not just a watch post. As you keep walking, you hear and then see a gnome who is very plump and short in stature, even for a gnome, and he has like tufts of gray sideburns and has like some hair, wisps of hair growing out of his ears, and he is in a heated battle conversation with somebody completely across the way on the other side of that rock gravel path. And you can just hear, "Oh yeah, your mustache is barely there," and he says, "Yeah, well, you can't come to my store." He's like, "Why would I want to come to your store?" And he says, well, if you come over to my store, I'm going to shoot you off the balcony. He says, yes. Fat chance of that happening. I seen your aim. And the gnome says, well, my aim wasn't very bad with your wife last night, was it?
It's hilarious.
And then the guy says, you know that I'm not married to a woman. He says, oh, yes, that's right. You like the pecker persuasion. And he says, yes, your name is Pete. Would you like to show me your Peter? And he says, oh, my apologies, miss. That is not language that is befit for you to hear. And then he says, can I help you?
Are you Pistol Pete?
That's me. Is there something
Do you happen to know
somebody
where
sent
Fletcher
you?
is?
A Fletcher?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's a market stall on the other side that there's a Fletcher works there. You can always see her shaping some arrows. I'm sorry, I can't help you anything with any type of arrows or anything. Is there any gunpowder issues you might have? Maybe you want to purchase my new invention?
New invention.
Yes, and he's very excited, and you could tell because he's talking a lot faster. It seems like he always tries to get people to ask about his inventions. He says, yes, I'm glad you asked. It's, well, you light it and you throw it, and you better hope you throw it far. It's boom.
Boom.
Yeah, big boom.
Big boom. Big bang.
Big bada boom. You throw it, and then it explodes outwards like shrapnel with gunpowder. Huh?
Show me. What
Well,
is this invention?
What, you want me to throw it at you?
No, of course not, silly.
Okay, where do you want me to throw it?
I want you to show me what it is.
Well, to show you what it is, I gotta show you what it does, don't I?
No.
Oh. Okay. That big pile of goods right there is calling my name. Alright then. Well, come with me. And he's gonna lead you to his shop.
Swift.
We'll go to Fox and Doctor first, Jack. Is that cool? And then we'll go to you.
That's fine.
All right. So Fox and Doctor, you go. The entrance is in between both the palm trees to the bathhouse. It's very beautiful. The top of the bathhouse is a domed glass ceiling, and so it is allowing the sunlight to come through and hit the water. And the glass is kind of making it form like a mural on the water's surface. And since there's nobody in there right now, it actually just looks like a straight up like a painting. And the attendant is an elven woman, and she says, welcome. Can I help you? Did you have an appointment already?"
No. Do we need to make an appointment or?
Well, typically we do like our clients make appointments, but right now, and she looks like the place is rather empty, so yeah, you're free to stay here until somebody who has an appointment comes in, and then unfortunately I might have to ask you to leave in case it gets too crowded.
What?
Sounds fine, I suppose.
All right, 2 gold per hour per person. Very well. And then she brings you to some of there's changing rooms and towels. And
Fox pays.
oh, thank you, sir. Very well. And then she escorts you to a changing room, and she says, "Or you can change in the changing room with your wife, but we ask for no hanky panky, please."
Husband,
Oh yeah.
Husband or
Oh,
friend?
oh, that's right. Ah, shit. My
you
bad.
have the wrong image up.
Yeah, yes, I do. Ah, I copied and pasted. Okay.
It's okay.
Internal
I wasn't
error.
gonna correct you until
301
became a
internal
problem.
301 internal error. All right. All right. Well, I'll fix that as we're going. But so she says, you and your partner, you and your companion here, if you wish to share, but we ask that there's no hanky panky going on, please, as we do not wish to operate that type of establishment here.
Alright.
Very well then.
All right. So then, after she escorts you to the changing rooms and you close the doors or presumably whatever, she goes back to her attendant desk.
So, shall we get into the bath?
He nods.
All right. So you get into the water, and when you do, these not too strong, but these medium powered jets actually start up from the side, and it would definitely be a technology that Fox that you would be like. I don't know how your character would react, but it probably wouldn't be natural.
They're clearly ahead of their time.
Clearly. Just say. What would be the or inappropriate thing?
I wonder if I could fit this in there.
Oh no.
This is like
All right. So, do you have anything or no?
He is hesitant to even strip.
Oh. All right, doctor. You see that?
You need to remove clothing and get in the water.
It's I know. You're just you're very comfortable with this.
Well, yes. What were you used to the other version of me where I was shy and not comfortable? I mean, I pretend not to be comfortable, but I am very comfortable with this.
Um Well, I've only ever seen you with clothes on.
That is true. What? This is a bathhouse. Not exceptions.
I suppose you're right.
It's alright, I won't judge. Come on.
Judge? Are-
Just come
Is-
on.
Oh my god.
I'm not sure what you're going to be judging of me.
Well, I don't know why you're being...
It's just very explicit. Okay, I can do this.
How about this? Turn away. Look at the wall. Get in the bath. Get stripped down. And come into the bath. I don't see anything. Until you're at your comfort level.
Very well. So he's going to strip down to his undergarments.
He's in the bath looking at the wall.
And he will eventually get into the bath with his undergarments on. Because he can't bring himself to take them off. But he's in the bath.
I hope you have a change. You have another pair.
The doctor is nude.
He's looking away. Hey, Soul, can I ask a question?
What's up?
How's the architecture?
How is the architecture of this bathhouse? How well constructed is it? Is it nice marble flooring or?
Why do you why do you ask? I'm kind of hesitantly scared.
The reason being is, well, Fox is very, very uncomfortable with things of an explicit nature, of things that are, well, people's nudity, essentially. And he will try everything he can to essentially look anywhere else. So, the first thing he looks at is, oh, the architecture of this room, of this building is very, very nice. What is it made out of? Seems to be marble. They seem to be using a nice plaster. Whoa, hold up for many years. Oh wait, look, there's a small crack. I probably should tell them about it later.
The outside the outskirts of the primary main bath is wood. The inner segment, like 3 feet or so from the edge to the wood, it's about 3 feet in a square around the bath. And the rest
they
is
used
it's marble.
a nice lacquer on the wood, otherwise it will warp over time.
Yeah, it's rather nicely varnished and sanded and everything.
Fox is saying all of these things.
Oh, okay.
Because he just doesn't want to talk.
All right.
He's looking.
The doctor kind of pulls his gaze towards him.
He's staring at your eyes, at your face. That is it.
I just kind of want to best see weird jacket symbol because that'd be hilarious.
Your eyes are still just as kind as they were before. It's probably the only thing that hasn't changed on you.
You're so romantic.
No, I'm not. I'm just a farmer.
Could be both.
thought of myself as both.
Thought of itself as much.
No. But I guess I never needed to be.
A fat gentleman walks in, very rotund. He's a human. He has quite extensive amounts of shoulder hair. He's balding.
I'm just imagining shoulder hair. Like what the?
Look,
Like it must look like he has pauldrons.
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah, yep. It's basically just on the shoulder too, and not really anything on the back. And we'll get back to you when it's your turn next. Jack,
Very well.
you are walking further down the street in search of Pistol Pete.
yep.
And go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right. Percepcione. Here you go. That's a terrible roll. 13.
All right. You see the first building you come to, you're looking for a sign for what this establishment may be. It looks from the outside like it might be somewhere that you can purchase alcohol because you can see some barrels out there and it has like the smell of alcohol. You don't see any type of sign for what the establishment is. However, above the door is some symbols on a wooden placard, if you want to call it that. And you see a lady. You see the moon. Then you see it looks like maybe some type of glass. And that's the only things you recognize. There's like a few other symbols, but you don't know what they are.
Jack looks at it like, maybe if I wasn't looking for the old girl.
For what?
Maybe if I wasn't looking for the old girl. As a reference to the TARDIS.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
I can take a guess what all that puts together.
All right.
He'll continue looking on because he's looking for a gun storage.
All right. So you pass the location and you get to the next location and you see a rather foppish looking elf, and he has an earring in one ear and his hair up front is curled, and the back of his hair is kind of straightened. And it looks like he just concluded an argument with somebody else, but although you don't see who he was exactly arguing with.
Mm.
And he looks at you, and he says, aren't you a strapping young lad? How can Mike be of service to you on this fine day?
I'm looking for Pistol Pete.
What the hell would you want with that bag of bones?
He kind of taps the gun. That's probably hanging over his shoulder.
Oh my. Oh, you're in the business of violence, is it?
Violence, peacekeeping. It can be called many things.
Well, you can find that unpleasant bore of a man across the way.
Thank you.
Just go around the water fountain. He's on the other side.
He gives a general smile. Thank you very much.
Come back if you're looking for some company.
Maybe. And as he goes around to talk to Pistol Pete.
And as you go away from him, which way are you gonna go up the stairs and around the fountain, or are you gonna go actually around the entire fountain, or how are you gonna do it?
He said just on the other side of the fountain, right?
Yeah, yeah, he's on the other side of the road.
Yeah, he's just gonna go all around. It's like, yeah. Actually, no, he'll cut through. It's probably faster.
All right. Well, it just was. I'll just reveal the whole area now. I wanted to keep the name a secret because I thought it was funny. All right.
I'm sure it's absolutely hilarious.
Ladies of the Night Ale House and Grab Assery. Yeah, I think that's funny.
Yeah, I figured. It's like, that's why I had Jack say that. It's like, maybe if I wasn't looking for the old girl.
All right. So you go and take a shortcut by walking up the fountain and around and down the other side. And as you're leaving, Mike, he pulls out a handkerchief and he's waving at you and he says, "Bye, Toodles."
Kind of gives it kind of away, but it's like, not interested at the moment.
All right. So you climb up the well-worn stairs. These are definitely slabs of generally unworked marble, but they are marble. However, they've definitely have seen better days as they're quite worn. There are several people sitting on these marble stairs though, with the beautiful light and the breeze coming from the ocean, and then the sounds of the water fountain themselves. They're sitting here pleasantly reading some books, and it looks like there's like a study group of children with a matron. Bless you. Did you want to stop and talk to any of them, or do you want to continue?
They are on a. There's like 30 minutes, close to probably less than 30 minutes left for the bazaar to remain open.
Yeah, I know. I was just, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that to myself.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like he won't stop at this moment in time.
All right. So you don't stop, and you get to the other side of the fountain and down the marble stairs. And before you walk down the stairs, since they're rather raised by about 8 feet or so, you're able to see that Raikou is standing there being escorted by a shorter gentleman with gray hair and sprouting some gray hairs from his ears, and he's escorting Raikou.
Hello, Riku.
Jack.
And the oh, there you go. Oh. That was a funny post. And so the gentleman he looks up at you. He's probably about 3'4", and he looks up at you and he says, "Oh, good day. Did you need something?"
I'm looking for Pistol Pete.
That would be me.
Ah, good to meet you.
I'm sure you could follow me in your. It looks like this is your companion, your girlfriend.
Nah, no. Unfortunately.
Does Raikou say
Oh, I
anything
would
back
have
to
been a
that?
good girlfriend. What do you mean, unfortunately?
Say that again.
I would have been a good girlfriend.
Uh, is that
What do you
you're
mean,
not my girlfriend
unfortunate?
currently?
Ooh. So
You got
Want me to
Jack
be?
is well, no, but
These
things to be
teeth-
discussed. Yeah, no, Jack is fully aware and just playing along, or
uh,
doing his own thing.
it sounds like you two have stuff to speak of.
Not really.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway,
Joke.
I see. I fond of jokes myself when they're funny. So, anyway, follow me. And he finishes leading you to his establishment right here. It's a double-story sandstone building, and it actually has multiple doors on it. And he says, All right, through the middle door. In you go. Mind the liquids.
David, you want anything from Costco?
I'm good.
And so you walk into his establishment, and you can see springs and gears and tables set up all over the place with notes haphazardly sprawled everywhere, and pencils and ink pens. There's spilled ink on some of the paper, and you see barrels and barrels of gunpowder. They're kind of sitting haphazardly near a fire, going in a stove. You see quite a few things, and not a lot of them that you like. And so he turns around and says, "Now, what can I do for you? She was first, though. But what did you need so I can help you next?"
I'm in market for bullets.
Yes, you came to the right place. And he says, "Well, let me see your piece." As he's addressing Raikou and listening to you at the same time. So go ahead.
Pulls out his hunting rifle.
All right, and do you want to describe it or anything for my benefit?
I haven't really thought what hunting rifle. It's
What kind of shot does it have, at least?
Yeah.
Something about it, so I could go ahead and just role play for him.
Give me a second while I look up the caliber of the bullet.
Okay. All right. There we go.
So for more specifically, give me a second. The hunting rifle itself is a carabiner 988 if you want the Pacific, or yeah, whatever. Without it's scoped. It's a bolt action rifle, and that will probably take cartridges of 308. Nice. It's a well-maintained rifle, as Jack does work on it whenever he has the chance, because, well, he just wants to prevent misfires at all costs.
This seems like... Well, this is something I've never seen.
I'm expecting that.
I could make you some bullets for it, but understandably, it would take some time.
Well, he pulls out some notes for, like, if Jack himself ever needed to make ammunition for himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, mind if do you have a second piece of paper that this is for my own personal work?
Wait, so you're offering him your notes to copy them down on how to make them?
Just the bullet.
Yeah.
Just the bullets.
Uh-huh. Okay. So he says, well, yeah, that will help. They weren't really needed, but they helped me. They saved me some time for sure. Thank you. Now, did you want to do anything special? Did you want any type of enhancements to your bullets?
Well, aside from probably normal ammunition.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. You can have. I make these special types of bullets that you put a little cartridge of poison in the tip.
Huh.
Yeah. So well, they're not legal here in this town, so don't use them in this town and get caught. But they are more expensive, but they are more of a profit margin, you see, because how hard it is to get the poison and the expertise needed to craft them. If you're willing to pay a little bit of extra money, I could throw something together for you, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Be good.
It's
Of course, I won't be using it here, but
it's purely because your weapon is very unique to me, and I would like to experiment with it if I can.
he kind of holds back. It's like if you experiment, what kind of experimentation?
Well, like the barrel and the firing mechanisms and things like that. I wouldn't destroy your gun. It's not mine. I wouldn't do that if that's what you're suggesting. Mainly just so I can see exactly how it works. So maybe I can manufacture ones for myself to sell. I could make a great deal of money, and there might be something in it for you if you wish.
Hmm. Now Jack is saying, this guy's okay. Hmm. Looking around, what kind of is there any like anything on display, like or like half assembled guns or anything like that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely lots of buses. There's definitely some flintlocks, and there's definitely like this has a blunderbuss that has a bayonet fashioned onto it. There's quite a few things that are assembled, and there's ones that are more like a you figure to be more prototypes because they aren't quite finished. And
Yeah.
you do see some that look like the doctor's guns. However, they're of different colors, and there's many different brackets, different fittings for what would be her gun.
Mm. C- so letting you know
Dual wield.
uh how how my mind's working is Jack is kind of thinking from a time traveler's perspective of giving a gun to a advanced rifle to someone who's you get my point.
Right. Yeah, no, I
But
get it. I get it. I understand that, and I would think the same thing.
but there's like dwarves are already creating Gresmium guns, which that's probably could do more damage. That's closer to plasma weaponry than that's they're kind of stepping up a few bits, but they get that luxury of that.
Yeah, yeah, they're essentially at the very beginning stages of that type of technology. They still haven't even figured out what all that, not even half of what these resinium crystals can do. But
Yeah,
luckily, they've actually figured out some of the bigger reasons to use them, such as
yeah,
propulsion and water purification and electricity. Those are the ones that the group's found out about so far.
yeah. This is leagues ahead of when this type of gun. Well, I wouldn't say leagues ahead, but still, this is more the technology's level is closer to when a Card 98 would be invented. So, or at least that's what it assumes. Well,
Oh, okay.
so it wouldn't be too much damage. Plus, it doesn't look like industry has been set up. Not like industry. Seems more handcrafted.
Yeah, yes. Most of the stuff in this world would be handcrafted. There are certain processes of industry that have been learned, but it's definitely not. You wouldn't consider this a cyberpunk or sci-fi environment by any means.
Well, I am loath to give my gun away. I do have notes that you can take.
Well, very well. I'll be able to use your notes and hopefully get a close approximation of what it is I'm looking at here.
And from he copies down a accurate, a very accurate represent a diagram of the rifle.
He says, "Yes, I think this with all the information you've given me, I shall be able to make pretty decent replicas, if I must say so myself. There's only one other craftsman better than I that I know of, but he's over in Klogschneek. I think I could do this for you. If we could make make some decent coin. If you every time you come back, I'll be able to give you a percentage. How does that sound?
He kind of thinks, you know, I don't know.
Yep.
Hmm. How about
You
this?
know, it would be nice to have a revenue for the town.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
If
What
you
I was thinking.
if you don't wish for some of the profits, that's fine. You can have you can come back and get more bullets.
Not that's not what we're asking for. Oh, well, not what I was thinking. Rather, there's a settlement that I would rather wish the funds generated to go to.
Oh, what settlement?
Tells the name because I don't remember.
Oh, Rivenhearth.
Rivenheart.
Rivenhearth. It's a rather newer settlement, and having a slightly more a revenue of gold of money being sent their way would be good for the town.
I see. I see. And do they belong to the Bank of Samaria?
Uh, looks to right, right, it's Raikou, right?
It is Raikou.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but looks like is it? I don't know.
It's not, right?
Um.
So,
Oh, you're asking out of character? No,
yeah.
it's not. It's since your city hasn't been christened officially yet and things like that and ratified and all those things, and then would have to go to Samaria to get a basically a rolled account. So this way
Okay,
everybody
so
can put money
since
into
they
it.
unfortunately the basis or the foundation of the town is still in the working processes of being ratified and constructed, so Rivenhearth is well a coming up.
I, s-
Hence thus we
I see.
thus the town does not have those foundations in place yet.
Very well. I can send the currency other ways. It will take substantially longer to arrive, however.
I'm sure in time that we will do so.
Where is Rivenhearth located on this continent?
Oof. See, there's the slight issue of it's not on this continent.
Oh,
A hop, a skip, and a jump from Clog Sneak?
oh, I okay. Hmm. Uh, it would take a decent cost to deliver currency. Um,
How about this?
I could probably arrange a caravan through Klogsneek to arrive with currency. They are credited. I could basically send it to them through their account. My contact there can then load up the remainder and deliver it from Klogsneek to, well, you said a hop, skip, and a jump. So, what, Miller's Crossing? Near Miller's Crossing somewhere. Or on the other side of the mountain, like in Mordavia?
No, no, no. It's um us a bit first further than Miller's, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, I mean, you're getting there.
Very well. Is there sign postage or anyone who can direct us if the caravan has troubles locating your settlement, or is it readily apparent?
Jack, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to make a trip back to make a deal with the nice man.
I guess I will.
Very well. Then the deal will still stand. I can hold your currency in my personal account until you choose to arrive back.
Yeah, that's how I was going to suggest such a method.
Are you going to be in the city long? For extended stay over, say, a month or two?
If things go well, no, unfortunately.
Well, I tell you what, I can give you. Here, I think I have something just for this occasion. And he goes and he roots down in a little chest that he has, and it just looks like a bunch of odds and ends, just random junk. And he pulls out something that looks akin to a home base for baseball, and he takes it and he gives you it, and he says, "When you establish your town, once you get your town hall set up, put this there, and I will be able to bring them personally from here with mine." And he pulls out the other one, and he says, "We can do this method until your town is a little bit more established, and we can do the more traditional and faster routes that are less convenient, more convenient than this. This is the only thing I can think of, unless you just want to keep making trips back and forth. But as you said, your hometown is on the other continent, so I can't imagine you wanting to come back across the sea all too often."
Oh, I have, I can cross fast, and if things go well, I can cross even faster. But this will do for now.
Very well. All right then. And I guess if I don't get my plate back, then well, I'll just keep the money.
Yep.
All right then.
Yes.
But is the bullets though? How long can I have to? Well, how long do I have to manufacture, and how many? And did you want them with the venom, or did you want me to place some like an acid cartridge in there, so when the bullet impacts, it crushes and then sprays acid about? Or there's quite a few modifications can make. They all take different amounts of time though. And plus, since your weapon is a new type of weapon, it's going to take probably a little bit longer. But I can imagine I can probably have you 10 bullets by the end of the day if you give me 3 or 4 hours of time. You can come back to my shop when it's closed. However, there will be increased guards outside due to nightfall and all the goods that are out there if they're not picked up by whoever requisitioned them, or the ones that aren't requisitioned or to be sold off, but those will still be there too. Anyway, there'll be excess guards is what I'm trying to say to you. So just, they won't harass you if you don't cause any trouble.
He doesn't actually make a noise. He's like, those 10 bullets will. I think we could. I do have. We're going on excursions soon, so those 10 bullets, the little, will prove essential. So we'll definitely those, and we can go from there.
You wanted the venom or the acid, or
just the regular rounds?
Oh, regular rounds? Oh, I can make more than 10 of those.
Oh, really?
Yes, I could easily make 20 of those in the same amount of time.
Yes, those 20, and we can discuss specialized rounds later.
Very well.
Or we do need them soon.
I won't read any further into that comment.
Just go. Just gonna be a hunting excursion. That's all.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's the same reason why I need my arrows, actually.
well, you better go and make sure you go get your arrows. But wait a second. I was supposed to talk to you first, wasn't I? I'm so sorry, miss.
Uh, Jack will go off in a corner. It's like, you can go.
So, yes, so
Yeah,
you,
why don't you be invite me some of this man's explosives? You can show him, and I'll catch back with you later.
oh, very well. And then he goes to show Jack. And as you're leaving, you can hear him say, "So she was interested in my newest invention." And you leave, and it continues with Jack. I call this dynamite.
Jack then starts talking shop. I know Jack in the original doesn't do this, but it's like, why not?
All right, and
So-
we'll continue. We'll continue yours here after we take care of Raikou as she's heading to the shop, and then we'll go back to the bathhouse, and then we'll get to you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So Raikou, you head on over to the indicated stall, and there is. Oh, excuse me. You said to Fletcher. All right. So you go over to the indicated stall, and it's under this rather large tent. Each segment of the tent, there's like six. Well, there's 5 segments, and each one has a different vendor. There's a gentleman selling amulets, and but you pass all those up. You go to who you're trying to get to, and you see the elven Fletcher, and she's sitting there talking to a orc gentleman, who I was out of character. Raikou was there, I believe, to see the tattoo artist, or no?
What?
What?
When you all met the orc tattoo artist? When you were when you were traveling through, I would think it was the Park District, I think. Or was it it might have been at the inn before that.
Might have been at the end. My brain is shot right now.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, so she's sitting down talking to this orcish gentleman who has gray hair, and it's kind of pulled back into a ponytail, and he's sitting there, and he's decked out in quite a few tattoos, and as you walk up, he says, "And I told him if you didn't give me the money, I was gonna go ahead and pick him up and shake it out." And then he starts laughing, and he's, "Oh, hello there." And she says, "Hello, mighty fine day we're having today. Is there something I can help you with?"
I need arrows.
"Well, I'd say you came to the right place." And you look behind her, and you can see quite an extensive amount of arrows, and you can see that there's a table with like some gunpowder on it, and there's another person back there that is working on getting these tips, these explosive tips fashioned to the arrows. And so she says, "How many arrows are you looking for? And did you also need a quiver with those arrows? Are you also looking for a new bow? Or perhaps you would like to add a scope to your existing bow?"
When you say, "Hey, I need a quiver," I'm just like, I have a quiver. The thing is, I don't have a quiver that's can hold more than,
Yep. Your quiver holds one arrow at a time.
Jesus.
It's a very long process. And the arrows are sentient in your bag, so they always try to evade you with their own dexterity checks.
There's always that one that fails.
Do you have any magical quivers? One
Well,
that can hold a variety of arrows?
yes, of course. What type of arrows are you looking for? And are you looking for a quiver that holds bolts and arrows, and then has the pouch on the side for bullets, or
Just arrows. I use this, and it kind of shows Whisper.
oh, well, that's a mighty fine weapon.
So I'm not really looking to look for a new bow.
Very well. That's unfortunate, but that is a fine weapon in its own right. I've only seen a few of those. Well, how many arrows did you need? What size quiver did you need? You got 20 and 25 and 50.
I believe anywhere from 50 to 100 arrows should be good.
Whew.
Normal.
Okay. Oh, well, normal
And
arrows.
I
100.
see that you have different kinds of arrows back there. Like a man's putting gunpowder into them.
Yeah, well, Pete sold us some gunpowder, and we had an idea to try to fashion some arrows heads with it. We haven't tried them out yet. They're still hot on the table, as you can see. We're gonna go try it after the bazaar closes, though. Out of town, of course. Did you want to come watch?
Time allows, but I'm not sure whether or not time allows that right now. So let's just do what needs to be done.
Very well. 100 arrows. I mean, if you buy a quiver, I'll give you 100 arrows for free.
What kind of quivers do you have that can hold such?
Well, like I said, have a quiver here that holds 50. This one here holds 25, and this one holds 20. The one that holds 50, it comes with an extra pouch on the side for bullets, like if you use slings, and then there's a separate compartment here for bolts. The one that holds 25 is exclusively just for arrows. And then the one that's 20 is an endless arrow variety, and you will always be able to have at least one arrow when you reach back and pull out an arrow. Like I said, no matter which one you get, you can have the arrows for free. I mostly sit here crafting them and whittling away time. As you see, literally just
Yeah.
arrows
I'm
everywhere.
So she has essentially a quiver bandolier kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
A 25 quiver and then a endless quiver.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you've definitely piqued my interest on the quiver that always has an arrow in it.
Yes. Well, these are elven enchanted. It's forever. They're waterproof. They're not too cumbersome. Unlike the 50, the 20 is, you can fashion it to your back with a shoulder strap, or you can secure it to a shield if you have a shield. Did you want to offer a barter, or did you want to offer coin?
Coin.
Very well. I can let this go for 10,000 coin. I'm also willing to barter if you have goods to trade.
10,000 gold for an endless quiver. God damn it, soul.
It's up to you, man. You don't have to take it.
Hmm.
Well,
What kind of? Hmm. I think that's a bit much for me to pay at this moment for that.
Very well. Is there anything else you wish to look at? Since you said that your whisper weapon was not in need of any upgrade.
You said you could put a what upon it?
A scope? With
What is this scope?
a scope is like a magnifying glass that attaches to your weapon, and then you can see further, so you can hit targets further away.
Show me.
And she pulls out one of the scopes. She attaches it to a bow that she has on her side, and you see that there's like a metal bracket there to fit it in, and it clicks in, and then you can see that the bow that she excuse me, the bow that she has is a short bow, and she says, pick a target, make it far away.
Mm. May I see the bow? For for if I declare a target, that would be more of a test of your own skill rather than the item itself in question.
Well, then, if you see the bow, wouldn't that be a test of your skill?
But I know my skill. I don't know yours.
Would you like to have a friendly wager?
What kind of wager?
I bet you 1,000 gold that I can hit the steeple on top of that bathhouse. Through the steeple. And hit the bell. And you look, and you can see the bathhouse way down there. Yeah, and it's
Damn,
actually
it's only 150 feet.
no, it's not, because I put it on the
Yeah,
5
yeah.
foot scale in case you guys get into combat. But each one of those squares is actually about 20. And so
300 feet. Nice.
no, each square is 20, so it would be times 4, not times 2.
Fuck.
That would be
My bad.
600.
Yeah.
That would be a test.
And so you can
All
see
right, I'll take that wager.
you can see the distance. The window is rather small, especially from where you're at. But standing up next to it, it would only be like a foot and a half gap. But from that distance, it looks rather small. And she says, first shot to hit the bell, and I will give you the first shot. How much would you like
So she
to?
wishes-
How much would you like to wager?
I'll do your 1,000.
1,000's good. Very well.
So it's essentially what, use the short bow, or does she want to use our own bows?
Oh,
I didn't catch that part.
you can use the scoped bow if you wish. Because you wanted to test it out, right? Or did you want to do this separate with just what you have?
Oh, very well. So she'll use the scoped short bow.
All right. So
So
the scope gives you a +4 to what you naturally would roll.
Herfka Durfka. So
So roll your attack, add 4, and then we'll see if you hit. and then we'll go ahead and
Uh,
you could go ahead and do a dex, and see if it gets through all that stuff, all those obstacles in its way.
all right. So I have a question.
Sure.
Am I allowed to use class features?
This is just
I have to
it's just a bet, man.
I know, but it's a bet for money, and there's only one class feature that I could use or would want to use.
All right.
It's just steady aim.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
If you said no, I would have been like, okay.
No, you can steady your aim. There's no timer on how long it takes you to aim.
So, 18 plus 12, 34.
34. All right.
And that's the first die, so it's not even the advantage die.
All right. And then she's okay. Okay, and that's a pretty 34. Okay, that's pretty good.
I believe. Hold on. Yeah, okay, yeah. I just had to make sure. Alright,
All right.
continuing.
And then the bow plus 4. Eight, 18. Okay, so then you would have won the roll. Okay, so go ahead and give me a second here.
Her bow,
Mm-hmm.
right, all on her in different areas, and her katana.
Yeah.
So it's just like, now then. Puts everything into the efficient quiver. Thank the Lord. Now I don't look like a mad woman.
Get damage reduction from all the stuff on your body that's blocking damage inadvertently because there's so much on you.
Right?
So, were you able to purchase that then?
Yes, I deducted it.
Okay. All right. So she hands you the quiver and she says, "Well, you're now the proud owner of this quiver here, along with all the arrows that you in the site that you purchased. Well, it should be ready momentarily. Is there anything else that you needed? You made so many purchases already today. I wasn't expecting such a purchase at the end of close."
No one does.
busy today, so I haven't had time to come to the bazaar. The only thing that I need left is, well, what other different arrows do you have for me?
There's so
Poison
much money
arrows,
put into.
you have your explosive tipped arrows over there that you have yet to test. I'm sure that you have different types of machinations for them. Of them.
It is true that my sister is a powerful enchantress, and we're able to create many types of arrows. What else were you looking for? Were you looking for something that gave you maybe a spell when it hit something, or would you like your arrowheads to do healing instead of killing? Or what did you have in mind? We have arrows here that make people bust out into dance. It's like you're casting Otto's irresistible dance on them when you hit them.
I want you to just bewilder me, and you're doing quite the job of that.
Are you being flirty with her?
That depends. Is it working?
Well, oh my God, Saul Sunforge has a touch of the vapors. So she looks you up and down as she hears the inflection of your tone, and she says,
Poor lady.
You are a lovely specimen. I will admit that, and I would love to share some time with you."
Mine is not perfect for Jack, so Alex is
Hmm?
This is why I've enjoyed playing Mavis, because he's closer to who I really am.
Hmm?
So does Pete.
Were you talking to me?
Jenna,
Yeah, what's up?
you were talking. What's up?
Sorry. No, I meant to mute.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought it was something for me then. All right. So, she says, you are a beautiful, irresistible creature, and if I was single, I would enjoy some time with you. I'm sure. If that's what you were hinting at. But I do not believe my husband here would appreciate. And he's like, unless she joins us. Well,
All right, I need to know what the husband looks like before Raikou even says anything.
like he's a
God
pretty
damn it.
he's a pretty decently built orc. He you could tell he's of older age, because he has gray hair that is a little bit thinning. However, it is clean shaven up to around his temples and then pulled back securely, in like a rubber band or I don't know women's tools. I don't know. Help me out. A scrunchie,
Okay.
something like that, if you will. And
All right, so a hairband.
yes, and so he has his hair banded back, and he has quite a few tattoos, and he's probably about 6'4".
Hmm.
He has rather weathered hands, if that matters to you. And he has a piercing in his nose, the bull ring. He looks you up and down. He says, "I think we would rather enjoy her. What do you say?" And the wife's like, "Well, she hasn't actually said that she made a formal request yet. Let's see what the young lady has to say before we scare her off. She's made so many lovely purchases, I'd hate to scare off such a lovely face." And do you want to think about it while I go to Fox and the doctor?
The last question I have is, if I were to say yes, are you are you opposed to bringing also another male in? He's quite handsome.
They look at each other and they look at you, and the wife is like, "Well, if you get her, then it's only fair that I also get a male." And he's like, "Yes, but you like men." And she's like, "You get to watch." He's like, high or low? For what does Raikou want them to say? Yes or no?
I'm gonna say low.
Low.
Why not? I did low earlier.
Low for yes.
Yeah, low for yes. Why not?
All right.
Ah!
I've not been with another man before, but I suppose
He's quite soft and supple.
Well, I think that this would be an okay thing to experiment on, but first I would probably wish that I can probably drink or partake in something first to get over nerves.
I think that can be arranged.
Very well. Where shall we meet you two at?
Well, how? Well, let me go and find him, and see.
I'll
if
tell
he
you
would
what.
be
He points out their house to you, and I will mark it on the map. with the draw tool. Here we are.
God damn it. Oh my lord. I have to go and fetch Jack. Be like, you're coming with me, lover boy.
All right, there you go.
Well, that would be a first.
Big sexy orgy house right there. It's marked.
Alright, we'll do.
My face win.
Now
Well,
make
it
sure
shouldn't
make-
shouldn't be too long.
make sure you come back. We'll wait here for you for a little bit. This might change our plans for the night. And she's like, yes.
You do have my bow.
Well, you're. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we do have your bow. Well, then I suppose you will be back, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Very well.
So she'll
Go talk to your male escort and see if he has interest. You said he's very soft and supple. You say. Would you like to?
Swim in other places.
Would you like to describe the ways in which he is soft and supple?
let me go pull up Captain Jack Harkness.
Does he have a
And
does he have a beautiful face or fair skin? Is what I mean. Have you experienced him before? Is he good?
He makes quite the impression on you.
Very well. Go.
God damn it, I'm looking at him right now and I'm just like, God damn it, I have a fucking man crush on John Barrowman.
Very well. Go.
Damn it. I love this man.
Very well.
So Raikou is going to depart and go and try to see if she can get to Jack back at Pistol Pete's before he departs.
Okay, and we'll get that interaction after Fox and the doctor and this big fat gentleman who entered the bathhouse.
Yes.
My face win.
And it's
I
really
actually
funny because the doctor and Fox are really close together, and the doctor is what? You were holding his chin?
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden,
Batman.
fat bastard came in and was like, "Oh yeah, oh the bath feels nice."
Yeah. So he comes waddling in, and he has the towel around him, and he's coming in. He dips a toe in the water, and he's like, "Ooh, it's nice today." And he drops his towel, and as he's getting into the water, he looks at you all, and his rotund belly is rather, kind of encroaching on your area, sort of. 'Cause this is like a 6-foot tub or so. So you guys are all
Okay.
one side, and he's on the other.
Okay.
And he's like, it's nice to get a bath after a long day's worth of work. Hello, you two.
Hello.
Good day.
I hope I'm not disturbing anything.
No, of course not.
No.
Are you the social types, or should I keep to myself?
I am.
Sorry, I was distracted by my partner here.
Aw, that's cute.
So, good sir,
Yes.
you seem to be very successful in whatever craft you you partake in. What do you?
I do okay. What makes you think I would do well in my craft? It couldn't possibly be because of my big belly, would it?
Well, he looks at his face. Describe him to me.
All right. He has black hair. He's kind of balding in the middle, um, and he kind of has chubby cheeks, chubby rosy cheeks, and he has one mole in the corner, right corner of his jawline. This is a man who is human. He is about 5'7", and he looks like he weighs about 350.
Okay, so he's going to say, well, well, I can tell by your face and your skin that though you may partake in a little bit more food than others, that you eat well, and as such, either have your food cooked for you by excellent chefs, or you are an excellent chef in yourself. In either case, you are successful at your craft and make a a living on it.
All right, no insight check needed. That I am. I am a chef. Well, I guess chefs have one thing in common. He grabs his fat stomach and just shakes it in front of you in the water and causes the water to kind of ripple towards you a bit. And he says,
Guessing games. I love the.
he says, Mario's the name. He puts his hand
Mario.
out. He puts his hand out to shake you.
Fox the Don Haval. But most people just call me Fox.
Very well. Fox should be good enough for this interaction, I imagine. And you, sir?
I'm the doctor.
Oh
It's-
no, here comes the parts like, oh, you're a doctor. Can you look at this rash?
It's nice to have a doctor in town. We can never have enough doctors here with so many people. Why, just the other day, somebody accused me of food poisoning. Can you imagine? I only use clean ingredients. What type of doctor are you, by the way? Are you the kind that attaches leeches? Or other bloodletting?
I'm more of a helping people when needed doctor. Not particularly a healing, but a healing type of world doctor.
He smiles, and you see that he's missing quite a few teeth on the right side of his mouth, and he says, "Well, hopefully you're not like this doctor. I had a toothache, and he prescribed a mule to kick me in the face."
Oh, my one of my neighbors got prescribed that. The tooth stopped hurting, but then
yeah.
his face hurted.
Yeah, the tooth stopped hurting, and the surrounding teeth around it that also were never hurting, but he took care of them before they could hurt, so I guess that's a good deal.
Quite awful.
So, you're not from around here, I take it? I guess I've not seen everybody in the town, but you seem a little bit less comfortable than somebody who's lived here for a while.
Oh, we actually come from across the ocean, the sea.
Oh, and you chose here to visit.
Not by
Well,
choice.
funnily enough, it wasn't by choice.
You were captive.
No, you know how he makes that mistake. He says she, and then he goes he.
And he takes notice of that because he might be fat, but he's intelligent. Go ahead.
Can I have to be a cook?
Had it said it was a healer of the world. Well, he does so by that of magics and his knowledges, and unfortunately, a spell went awry, and now we are here.
I know a little about magic. I can't really cast it, but I read books. And that sounds like quite a predicament. How do you plan on getting back?
A blue box.
You plan on going back in a casket?
No, it's a blue box that supposedly can travel anywhere. A magical thing,
Uh,
right?
Basically a spell.
it's
We're
not.
just gonna travel back by spell.
Oh, okay. Never heard of a blue box spell, but I guess, like I said, I don't really know any magic, so I suppose it's possible. Anyway, you just decided that you wanted to come visit the bathhouse over here, huh? Did you get to visit the bazaar yet? They have a lot of good food over there, a lot of spices, particularly if you're interested in anything hot.
Well, it's been a while, and you know, after a while start to feel a bit dirty, so you want to make sure that you're clean.
Did you give them any of your garments to have them freshly cleaned and laundered for you?
They didn't tell us that was a service.
Well, which package did you get?
They didn't tell us that there were packages.
Well, hold on. He gets out of the tub backwards, naked. You see his big ass.
He Fox averts eyes to absolutely anywhere else, and the doctor does what now?
The doctor grabs his chin and just kind of makes him look at him.
And you see this.
You know, your skin is doesn't look as soft, but it's tighter.
What the fuck? What did I miss?
Oh, okay. So when eyes started looking away because he was getting out of the bath, the doctor grabbed him by the chin,
Yeah.
and forced him to look at his face.
Mm-hmm.
In doing so, the fox started mindlessly talking like he does about observations.
Oh,
The
okay.
observation he can only make is that of the doctor's face and comparing it to what it was to
Got
what
it.
it is now.
Got it.
And it's saying that, the your skin, looks tighter.
Okay, I got it. I was just lost, I guess, in the conversation. All right. So he gets out of the water, and he brings a decent amount of it with him, and he walks on over to the attendant and taps her on the back of her left shoulder, and she turns around, and he explains that you all weren't offered the service for the cleaned and laundered clothing. And she comes over to you after he looks kind of like overly disgruntled about it, actually, since he just met you all. And she comes over real quick, and she kind of gives a sincere condolences and kind of like a slight bow. My apologies. My apologies. Were you looking for a laundry service? I figured since you were foreigners, and I wasn't going to try to get you for all the types of services and packages that are available here.
We could do with laundry. That would be nice.
Certainly, and since I didn't even offer the package to you, I will go ahead and offer it to you free of charge. I will clean the clothing that you came in. What choice of smell would you like? You can have vanilla, you can have cinnamon, or you can have flowers.
Flowers.
Very well.
I'll go with flowers.
Oh, very well. Would you like roses, chrysanthemums, sunflowers? Which type of flower would you like?
Sunflowers.
We have quite a few. Very well. And you, ma'am?
Sir.
Yeah. God damn it. Yes. Ah. No. This is my undoing. This is where
Trying to be deeper. I'm trying to be deeper.
this is where this is my undoing. This is where all my subscribers are gonna be like, I'm out of here. The continuation of this universe sucks.
This is when they're gonna be like, you're a transphobe.
Yeah. Oh God, no! Please don't even give that suggestion. Oh God, that's all I need. Oh shit. So moving on. So she says to you,
Roses.
very well, roses and sunflowers. We got that. And she goes into a cabinet that's locked on the wall behind you all, and she pulls out some mortars and pestles and some perfumeries and uncorks them and things like that. And she goes and she comes back to you and says, "Did you leave your clothes in the changing room, or do you have them nearby?"
They're in the changing room.
Very well. And she asks basically for your permission to gather them up. And she says that they will be ready within the hour.
All right.
And so
On my back.
so she goes and gathers up the clothing and leaves through a side door. And you can see some older gnomish ladies in there. They're working on some clothing and stuff before the door closes. So did you have any more, or can I go back to Jack and Raikou, and then we'll continue
Go
with
back to Jack and Raikou. That's fine.
Okay. Alrighty. So Raikou, you walk back to Pistol Pete's, and he's currently explaining to Jack about the dynamite and how it works, and he doesn't have any idea that Jack is from the future, so he's explaining these things to you. I don't know how you would act to that knowledge, that explaining something that you already know how it works, but
Yeah, like he'll throw out like suggestions of like did you like check this formula? Did you have you tested this, that? He's basically like suggesting like how improve the formula, if at all possible.
so
Because
so
kind of far. The world of magic, really, I don't.
So he looks at you when you make these suggestions to him, and after the first one, after the futuristic weapons that you possess and the bullets that you need, and then once you start making suggestions to him, adding up all those factors, he determines that he says to you, "Are you?" Are you an alchemist or an engineer or some type of scientist, or what is your background, sir? Are you further educated, or?
I do rather consider myself rather educated, but no, I am not. I was a officer of the law.
Oh, I see. And I know. Sorry, my voice. Um, he says to you, "Well, do you think you would like to be my apprentice, or perhaps start a shop of your own? You seem to know quite a bit about weaponry."
Uh, well, it's good to know how to maintain your weaponry when you're far away from civilization.
And Raikou walks back in at the door, and he turns because he's kind of very excuse me, he's very invested into the conversation he's having with you.
Uh, and Jack will say, but most of my knowledge comes from travels with an old friend of mine.
Oh, who's that? And then Raikou, you walk in. He says, "Oh, uh, hello. Did you find what you were looking for over in the bazaar?"
What? See his cover? I believe she did.
I did.
I hope you found everything you're looking for.
I I found everything that I wanted, but I need help getting the last thing I want. Jack.
Hmm.
You
Yes.
see, there's a very kind couple that wishes to perhaps have a communion with one another. Just the four of us.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. Jack has a very good inkling
You
of
know, my Master Fox and Master Doctor haven't had a good night to themselves in a very long time. So if we could get out of their hair for a night, I don't think it would be the worst thing in the world.
That would be true. And he goes, the doctor is the old friend of mine. The one you mentioned. Anyways, that's I guess I can leave you to your craft. Unless you,
Oh, okay then. Very well.
because
He's-
Wait, did you not buy the dynamite?
actually, he doesn't say that because I forgot. Jack wouldn't. Give me a second. How much would be for the? He almost says nitroglycerin, dynamite.
Nitro dynamite.
He says dynamite. He starts to like night. He stops dynamite.
Mm, 100,
Along with
100 gold a stick.
Always good to have some dynamite. And how much for the initial set of 20 bullets?
The dynam. How many dynamite did you want, and the 20 bullets?
Let's go with good, say, 10.
I have 8.
All right. 8 then.
All right, so the 8 dynamite, and then you said 20 bullets. You asked for?
Yes.
Well, the bullets I can go ahead and give you for 60 gold. And then the dynamite. So altogether, with a little bit of a discount, I could give it all to you for 850 gold.
Sides it up, pulls out the requisite gold.
All right, and here you go. And just, well, you already know. I don't need to give you any cautionary details or anything like that. And the entire time that you guys have been talking about the dynamite, he has beakers and colanders and bubbling liquids and stuff behind him that he's been pouring and mixing and things like that. It's been creating billowing smoke, and that's actually what's on the map. Is that there's a bunch of billowing smoke coming out from his location. And so whenever he opens the door, like tufts of smoke come out.
God damn it. I will say, among the notes, it's definitely stuff for like more environmentally friendly items. Ways of production.
Okay, all right, and
Just something for you to know.
okay. Ooh, eco-friendly too, huh? Ah.
Well,
I
he
can sell
doesn't know that.
guns to the druids now.
Well, it's more of he kind of wants to speed up the production, the methods of production that won't devastate the world.
You go
global warming.
Yeah, I got it. I got you. That's a reasonable request for sure. You go to the druids to get gun. You're like, this damn gun don't work. It keeps fucking firing seeds and forming trees everywhere I shoot.
That would be eco terrorist weaponry. Just firing.
But-
Just,
like, you wanna tax us extra money, huh? I'll show you. I'll fire a fucking tree through your window.
Just imagining like bullet seeds, and then you just once they hit, they just go into a person and then go, oh no, and then it just sprouts a tree.
Yeah.
That's why I said eco terrorist.
Yep. I'll have it. I'll have it. I'll stat it out. I'll stat it out.
Oh no.
It'll be nice. It'll be good.
Let's see.
So
I'm
he
gonna have to buy more bullets.
These the 20 bullets. That's all you can make in a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's all I can make. I could go ahead and get some of my assistant friends, but they're not as careful as I am. And as he says that, he when he says careful, he turns and says not as careful, and what do you know? He knocks over a open beaker with some bubbling liquid on it and onto the floor.
Catch. No, I catch it. I try to catch it.
Oh, go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Slide 10 plus 5.
Good luck.
24.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, so it turns once as it hits the table and turns, and before it spills any of its liquid out to know what the results of this liquid spilling would be, you're able to catch it and not spill any of the liquid on yourself out of your periphery. And he's like, oh, well, thank you. That would have been very explosive. Not good for any of us, I assure you.
I believe you. Puts it back. When discussing, you might want to stand a little more than arm's length away. Just as a
Very true. I always wish I had a bigger shop for more area, but I couldn't ever really afford it. So I have this little small area. I know it's cramped, but I do good work, I promise.
You do. But maybe with new things coming out, you might be able to make that extra coin.
Yeah, this city, well, it's very good for guns, but with all the different regulations against what I can and can't do, a lot of what I do isn't really legal here, strictly speaking.
Something to discuss later. But I believe I'm being called elsewhere.
Yes, I heard a little bit of that conversation. I couldn't help it. So, have fun, you two.
Well, it's nice talking with you, Pete.
Yeah, it was refreshing talking to you. Usually the people around here are dull or idiots, but usually both, and stinky. We have a bathhouse right down the street. You think they know how to use it? No.
Yeah.
They just pass it right on by.
What? They have something like know the worst of a good bath.
That Mike guy across the street there always goes in the bathhouse. And he keeps getting shit in the water. He keeps wearing glitter and makeup and stuff, and he keeps getting it all in the water. They got to keep draining the bathhouse from him. If you go over there and buy something from him, make sure you steal something from his shop.
Maybe. Well, talk to you later then, Pete.
Well,
and then he'll make it.
Nice doing business with you.
And we'll. I was at Alex. God damn it. Jack will make us leave.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I channel a little bit of Alex there.
All right. So Jack and Raikou, now you can head over to the bazaar or wherever you're heading.
Yep.
And they're still there waiting for you. Most of the shops at this point, most of the areas in the bazaar underneath that tent, they're starting to pack away their goods. Um, and they're waiting. They're like, oh well, there you are. And he says,
And here he is.
we didn't have to wait too long, so we weren't sure if you were going to come back or not. And she says, remember, we do have her bow. She was going to come back. He's like, oh, I forgot. And she says, well, let's close up shop, shall we? Give you your bow. It's all ready to go. And hopefully you're ready to go. What is your name, young man?
I am Jack Carnassus.
Nice to meet you, Jack. You can call me Evelyn, and this is my husband, Ralph.
It's pleasant to meet the two of you. Looks at the bow. That's a. Actually, it's like sees the bow. It's like
You've
you
seen
got it.
the bow.
No. It now has a scope.
Yeah, it has a scope now.
That's a. You got a scope attached.
Yes, she did. It was quite expensive too, but she won a bet, so I made it a little bit cheaper for her.
Always a good way. I don't know what else to say. Sounds like
All right, so they are finishing closing up, and they're bringing some of the items with them. And
Do you need help, dearie?
Yeah, that would be nice to help. Some of these bows are a little bit heavy, but usually the heavier stuff we leave behind because there's so many guards that are patrolling this area. Somebody would have to have a pretty bad death wish if they thought they could steal from here overnight. I certainly wouldn't want to try.
meanwhile, a level 16 rogue. It's almost time. Actually, I won't go.
So,
Right, who will tell?
go ahead.
You
Go
have
ahead.
to help carry the load and whatnot. That's all.
Okay.
Jack
So,
will help out as well.
all right. So, the orc Jack gives you a lot of the excess planks of wood that they were using. She was using to carve these arrows, and some of the smaller twigs and things. And he has like a burlap sack with him, and he's like, "Which one did you want to carry?"
Say that again. Sorry, he's on that for a second.
Oh, it's inconsequential. It doesn't necessarily matter. But he was carrying a burlap sack, and he was just asking you what item you wanted to carry. If you wanted to carry the planks of wood, or the burlap sack.
I'm gonna go with the planks of wood.
All right. So he hands you this. It looks like basically a quarter of a tree. It's probably about 40 to 60 pounds at least.
A little bit of a grunt.
Yeah, and it's like a 6 foot section of unworked wood. And she hands you the bows, Raikou, and Evelyn says to you, "Did you have to make the market's closing, the bazaar's closing, the bathhouse is going to be closing soon? Was there anywhere here that you wish to go before everything is closed, before we head to our house?"
I got everything I need. Looks alright, cool.
Master Fox and Master Doctor were went to the bathhouse. Yes,
As far as I recall, yeah.
we should probably tell them that we're going to be busy tonight.
That would be
Just
smart.
courtesy. Or at least leave the message with the front, with their front desk.
Oh, you guys weren't you all weren't going to do the graveyard stuff this night. You're gonna do it tomorrow night or during the day.
I expected to do it tomorrow night.
Okay. All right. Um. So you're both, well, you're all four now.
Because think of it this way. Today they basically bombed the entirety of the slum district.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of them are hurt.
Uh-huh.
Right. Some of them are just. But regardless, you should probably get some sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, today was kind of to them, though it wasn't for us, a stressful day.
Yes, it was.
All right. Just as long as you tell me what you'd like to do for the entirety of the next session, the next day, leading into the night after the session's over, just so I can prepare it for you. So Raikou and Jack, along with their two new companions, are heading towards the bathhouse when you see a now familiar knight going over to. He's heading over to the shack in the middle of the requisitions office. There under the palm tree with all those goods. And he doesn't seem to notice you, but you can stop and talk to him if you wish, or keep going.
We'll keep going because Raikou understands his deal and whatnot. It would be kind of weird to kind of talk to him when they're about to go do stuff that is of that nature with someone else.
Okay. Very well. All right. So you.
That the one night stand gets around.
So you walk around all the goods. Your two companions wait for you towards their house. But they're just standing there waiting for you. As you round the goods, you see that the worker who was speaking to the knight goes through all of the merchandise towards the ones actually right near you. Oh,
Okay.
someone drop?
Is that a skeleton?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
Shadow.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't. Okay, I'll wait for him then. Because yep. So you walk on over to the bathhouse, and the knight is going with the requisitions officer through some of the gear, and you're not exactly sure as you're walking if he's purchasing gear or what, but they end up walking to right where you're in your path where you're walking to the bathhouse actually, because the items that they're purchasing are right here at the end, and he notices you two now, and he says, "Oh, hello. I didn't think I'd see you again. You loving the town so far?"
Dalia
For the most
Carnassus has many wonderful things.
I just came here to purchase a new nightstand. My last one broke. So I couldn't be the no nightstand, so I had to get a stand to become a one night stand again.
Oh.
There's my stand and there's my chair. And then the requisitions officer comes back over to him with a young boy, and he says he'll help you carry anything that you can't carry yourself. And the little boy kind of looks at both of the items, and he looks at the requisitions officer like, "Are you kidding me? Where are you gonna have me carry these things to? They're bigger than I am." And the requisitions officer looks at another boy and has him come over to help. And they end up carrying the chair, and the knight carries he picks up his desk.
Because I noticed that our stuff.
Anyway, so he picks up his items that he's purchasing, and he says to you, "Well, if you're gonna be here for many more days, I'm wagering I'm gonna see you again, since I've seen you what 4 times now, right?
Just about.
This is a big city too. Why do I keep running into you? Are you following me?
Of course not, sir. I should be asking you if you're following me.
It was a joke. Well, no, I'm not following you. I had no idea you were here. I come to purchase my stuff that. Well, I already bought this stuff. I'm coming to pick it up. Anyway, I better get going since it's getting dark.
Very well. I do hope that you have a very for, fortuitous night.
The stars are out. It's gonna be a good night. All right, I'll be seeing ya. Did you have anything to say to him, Jack, or no?
Nope. Also, because I can't think of anything to say.
That's fine. All right, and so the both of you walk into the bathhouse. So now it's all 4 of you together.
Don't speak about it.
And when you walk into the bathhouse, you're able to see three stalls with bamboo doors on each side, beyond the attendant, and past that is the pool, the bathhouse itself, the pool, and several smaller pools that are off to the side, up like some raised stairs, and have like their own little balcony and things like that. And only half of those ones are probably being used. But you see the doctor. You see him, and you see him with Fox in the main tub, and there is a rather large rotund gentleman entering the bath. And you see his bare ass as he's going down the stairs into the tub.
Oh, Jesus, that's a lot of cake.
Yeah, and yeah. Did you say that in character? Because I have something for you if you did.
No. But looks over to the doctor and Fox. Kind of waves over to the doctor.
Waves.
Raikou is then going to walk over to the doctor really quick.
And as you're walking over closer to the bath, the attendant comes in and says, "I'm sorry, but I must ask if you're going to enter into the tubs that you disrobe first, and you pay."
I'm not going into the baths. That's one of my companions over there that I must infer a message to.
Oh, I see. Very well. She turns and walks away.
He's gonna go up to the doctor and is going to kneel at the edge and motion for the doctor to come closer.
Doctor comes close.
And then in hushed whispers, "Doctor, Jack and I are going to be preoccupied with some something we found.
Oh,
So we're going to be possibly staying out until morning."
you can feel free to roll insight versus deception if you want.
Alright.
If you want. If not, you can believe everything she says. That's fine.
Those are our compatriots over there that are going to be helping us.
Kind of points over to the because you said all 4 came in.
Oh no, they didn't come in. Just you two. I said
Oh, okay,
all 4 of you are together again now.
Oh, all right. So it's,
Yeah.
So it's just saying that.
I hope you don't mind, but I have to get this stuff back outside. The people that are helping us. we're helping them first.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Sorry.
Take care. And take care of my spots. I know he can be a handful sometimes.
Right, he is.
So with that, Raikou will leave.
All right. And as the attendant was walking away after she asked Raikou to disrobe and pay if she was going to get in, and she's walking away and she walks past you, Jack. She's a rather attractive, although rather skinny even for an elf. And she looks over at you and says, "Oh my, were you going to take a bath too? It's free of charge."
No, unfortunately. You gotta give us a smile.
God damn it. Out of character.
Oh, that's too bad.
Chris isn't playing Jack.
Well, okay then. If you're not interested in a free bath, okay. Have yourself a good day, sir,
Have a good night, man.
and come back and visit me again if you change your mind about that free bath.
Smiles.
We can be
I was saying
open. We can be open after hours, too.
Wait a second, I'm trying to think about Jack. It's like, we'll see.
Fine then, she says dejectedly.
Shakes it. When she walks away, it's like,
So
waits for a it's like,
the two companions that are waiting for you, they're kind of like impatiently waiting at this point. So it's probably been about 10, 15 minutes, and it's probably about 10 p.m. at this point, and the sun's completely out of the sky. It's dark. There isn't any overcast though, so the stars and the moons are shining. And they, well, okay then. I trust that you told your friends that you'll be busy.
Yes. Now then,
Very
the
well.
night is yours. Or our night is yours.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
we should have bought some baby oil from the bazaar. I don't know how I'm going to roleplay this. Let's find out, shall we? All right.
Maybe well, you don't have to roleplay it.
No, I'm definitely roleplaying it. I want you to feel as uncomfortable as I do.
All right, that's it.
I'm definitely. I should.
Liz, get me my alcohol. I'm about to make these two boys very uncomfortable.
All right. I don't know if that's actually might be against YouTube guidelines.
yes, it would be.
It definitely would be.
It probably be against the life guidelines as well. Probably, I don't know.
Okay, fine. We'll fade to black after some dialogue.
We'll put this in the other edition. Subscribe to Souls Only fans and find out the spicy
Right?
stuff.
That spicy portion's gonna be on my Patreon account, which I just made 3 days ago. That'll be the first content that you guys get. It'll be on the Patreon. You'll get to hear two grown men role playing sexual activities with each other, and I'll role play it out too. I'll go get the baby oil, and I'll make like delicate, gentle noises.
Oh wait! Now do the orc.
Oh yeah! This Jackman is so supple. Oh.
My face one.
Definitely too spicy for YouTube.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go any further with it because it was about to get wicked. All right. So you walk to their decently accommodating house. It's a rather okay size. You know, it would fit a family of 6 in it comfortably. And she says to you, Raikou, well, should I pour some wine? Would you like me to get out any plates of food? Or is this, you're not nervous, are you? I don't know if Raikou or Jack would be nervous.
No, Jack looks
No.
confident as all hell.
Okay. And Raikou
It's
would.
Jack.
Okay.
I believe I could use some wine.
All right. And then Ralph
You drink.
Ralph says, I need wine too if I'm going to actually go through with this. No offense to either one of you, especially you, Jack, but I've never been with a man. Oh my god. I'm getting dirty looks. I'm getting dirty looks so hard.
I can't say anything, but I assure you, Jack did say something to assure him.
So,
But to give a level of comfortability, right? No, how much I am. Raikou would delicately sip at the wine, and then gently kiss either the orc or the elf, and deposit her drink to help them loosen their muscles.
okay.
She deposits the drink from her mouth into theirs. Okay, so yeah, fade to black.
All right. So, all right.
That's
So,
as sexual as it's going to get.
all right. So the elf leans in and gives you a kiss first, and her husband's watching, or rather intently, and then I guess we could fade to black. Sure.
Okay.
All right, and then we, well, I guess we have to go to the bathhouse again. So this way, you guys conclude your night there. So Fox and Doctor, what are you two gentlemen doing?
I would say that they could leave the bath because they probably washed and
Have a good time
Yeah.
speaking.
You've been there for a while. I didn't know if you had any more role play with Mario or anything like that.
Other than possibly, where is your establishment?
Well, yeah, he was actually gonna offer. So he says, my hospitality kitchen is here in the district next to the bazaar, and I will mark it on the map for you in case you decided that you want to go eat at Mario's. There we go. I'll just put Mario's. I was going to make a Mario and Luigi joke, but I decided no. Not today. All right.
oh, you just got to make the Mario joke.
Yeah.
Damn it, Liz.
Yeah. Even my last name is Mario. I remember that. Luigi said that. What was that? College humor, I think.
No, Mario's actual name is Mario Jumpman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it's Mario, but there was a college humor skit where they did Mario and Luigi said to Mario that even Luigi's last name was Mario. He said, it's all about Mario.
Yeah, sounds about right. Mario Jumpman Mario.
Woohoo! Woohoo! It's me, Mario!
I thought that sounded more like Yoshi.
Yeah, that's that was not my Italian farmer voice. I'm not gonna even try.
I am Daisy!
Yeah, that was pretty. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
You can do Dave.
Now you're just making Mario Kart noises.
You know it's
Luigi.
Toad.
Luigi's death glare.
Waluigi.
I'm a Wario, and I'm gonna win.
That's
Okay.
The D&D session just evolved into
That's right.
impression time.
Yeah, it did. You never know what you get with the bonus material. If you keep watching, you're gonna get other stuff. I'm sure. I'm assuring you of that. It's good value content for free.
Yeah, it's nutty.
Okay.
I think it does for like.
I'll stop doing Mario and Luigi impressions because I have other ones too. I'll stop. All right, so
Wait, get into a Mario Kart race.
I love Hey, I love Mario Kart. That's how I afforded to live out in town when I was in the Navy. It was
Oh,
$75 a race. A race of 4. And I loved it. All that free money.
there's 2 Mario Kart games that I really, really loved, and I fell off from there, which is the N64 and the GameCube.
Oh, Double Dash.
Oh my god, I was really good at Double Dash.
That's the one I actually got to play the least because I never owned a GameCube, but I've played every single Mario Kart,
Huh.
even the ones for Game Boy.
There's other Mario Karts that I got to play just because other people own them,
Yeah,
which is nice because it's like freaking Mario Party, Mario Kart, and Smash. Like, usually when you're over at someone's house, they own one of these games.
that is true. Although I don't have very much experience with Smash Brothers. All right, so let's
Right.
continue on then.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
All right, so yeah, Mario. He sits back down in the bath and he says, "I'm so sorry that they didn't offer you the hospitality services, but hopefully your clothes and everything will be pristine when you're done." And he says, "You've all been good hosts. Good conversation. If you wish to come to Mario's to eat, it's up next to the bazaar." And he shows you. And he says, "My kitchen is always open, 24 hours. It may not be me cooking the food, of course, but
I wouldn't expect you to. Are you all here relaxing at the bathhouse only to go back to work?
well, being a chef isn't very profitable work, so if you want to have any type of wealth about you, sometimes you have to do that. I've gotten used to it. The hot bath waters help, and they put some type of salt or something in it to help relax your muscles a bit more."
See. Well, would you mind having dinner?
Alright. Have dinner.
I insist. I make some of the best spaghetti and meatballs around.
Well, okay. Very well then. I can't, it'd feel rude for me to say no now.
All right, well, let's get going then. And he gets back out, and you see his ass again.
Fox's eyes goes anywhere else.
And, get dressed.
Yep. And so after he leaves and goes into his changing room, then you all feel like it's safe to leave now. You're not going to see ass in front of your face. You go to your changing rooms. Your clothes are there on the rack, freshly laundered, smelling like sunflower or roses. And they are freshly laundered and folded and up over the racks for you.
Yay. They are the cleans. You will get dressed.
All right. So you all get dressed. Mario is waiting at the entrance for you. You see that he was actually dressed in rather fine clothing. More of a dress clothes, certainly more dressed than anybody you've seen at this place so far. And he's like, "All right," and he grabs his little hat and he says, "All right, well, follow me." And he takes you on over past all the other shops that are closing or slash been closed. You can see that the requisitions supply of goods since you've been in the bathhouse has been substantially reduced in size. So a lot of the people have already came and got some of their items, and I'll cross out some of the items that are gone.
Okay.
All the tables have been sold. Over there, those bar tables, the fancy luxury tables, there's still 3 of them available. And I'm just keeping track of that just in case you guys decide that you want to purchase any of these bulk goods, like the bulk stone or the bulk bricks or any of that kind of stuff. All right, so you head on over to Mario's and
Bulk, bulk items. Was this supposed to be like if we came to the bazaar and the shopping that we could buy these bulk goods and send them back to Rivenhearth?
most assuredly.
Ah,
Most assuredly. Yeah, there's pallets of pallets of brick, stone. There's like cuts of 50 logs in bundles. There's tons of shipments of ore and pottery and resinium crystals and wine and luxury chairs. Yeah. But it'll be open tomorrow or the following days.
yeah.
So anyway, you head over to Mario's, and he heads back into the kitchen, and he makes it known to you, like kind of like a spectacle, that he is indeed washing his hands and his arms. Even though you all just came from the bathhouse, he's making this known to you that he's doing these things.
Of course, okay.
And you hear him mumbling in his head, like, people fucking accusing me of food poisoning. Got to do all these extra. And so so he goes in the back, and you all are seated at a table, and there is a candle in the middle and a centerpiece and a fine cloth on it, and all the silverware is out, and it's actually silver, and you have all your accompaniments, like your salad fork and your soup spoon. And it's actually from the outside, it looks way worse than it is on the inside, like these mom and pop places usually are.
Mm-hmm.
And after, is there any role play that you guys wish to do?
I mean,
If there is, it's fine. I have the time.
I don't have anything right now. My brain is honestly shot.
Okay.
The doctor's just more romantically kind of like looking into Fox's eyes, maybe inch his chair just a little bit close.
Oh no.
Hold on a second. Shadow's messaging me.
He had to go, didn't he?
Yeah, he had to go. Yep. So that's why I was just saying bye and see him in 2 weeks and all that stuff. All right. So go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, doctor. What were you saying about pulling him closer?
Oh, the doctor is inching just slightly closer in his chair,
Mm-hmm.
and is kind of looking at Fox.
Mm-hmm.
And it is just looking at Fox very romantically and whatnot.
All right.
So, just enjoying the atmosphere in his company, because they haven't really gotten to actually have a genuine date.
No, they haven't.
Right. And so Mario comes out with 2 plates of spaghetti, and he comes out with a pan of extra sauce and asks how much you want, and then he has some shaved cheese. He's shaving some Parmesan, and it's all in all, it's a very wonderful evening. He is attentive to your glasses of wine, and he makes sure that if you want any seconds or garlic bread, which is included in the meal, that he brings you extra garlic bread. And then eventually he ends up going to sleep and having his wife take over, which was after you already had all your food, is basically just the desserts and any more topping off your refreshments.
Okay.
Um,
The only question left is, how much does this cost?
Oh, nothing.
Oh shit.
No, because you took him up on his offer of hospitality right then and there. It doesn't cost you nothing. At least he hasn't mentioned anything about food, about price, and his wife hasn't yet either. So, it's free. It's gratis for the good conversation. And so this date goes on for how many hours?
1, 2.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so you sit there and enjoy your food after the first hour. Some dessert is brought out to you. Some chocolate mousse cake with some semi-sweet chocolate chips sprinkled on the top. With some flakes of white chocolate garnishment on top as well. And she brings you out all your dessert and some asks if you wish to have any coffee with your cake.
Sure.
And
All
then,
right.
and then so she goes and she brings you some coffee. And it smells exceptionally strong, like very premium stuff. And she says, "I hope you're enjoying your evening so far. If it wasn't after hours, you'd have faster service."
It looks like our food is here.
Well, okay, so I thank you for eating here. You're welcome here anytime. This meal, of course, is free. He invited you here as guests, and so hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, let others know about our establishment, as we're trying to bring in more business.
Of course. The food was exceptional and the service was great. I enjoyed this so much.
All right, so I'll go ahead. Sorry.
If we stay in town for any longer, I'm sure that you'll see me again.
And you both were lovely guests, and we would be glad to have you. And then do you just want to head to your inn and then just start again tomorrow morning, or?
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, all right, that's what we'll do then. So you head back to your room for the inn that you have for the week, and you eventually give each other kisses goodnight or whatnot, and wake up the next morning. And that's where we'll start with.
Well, that completely depends on whether or not the doctor tries to seduce. Is there no drinks?
Oh, there is. I just figured that we'll go out there in the living room.
Oh, okay.
So Jack and Raikou will wake up in Pound Town tomorrow, and Fox and the doctor will be waking up in the inn.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Enjoy your food.
Thank you. This was fun.
I had fun.
Cool.
I like these days where it's just like relaxing.
Yeah, I actually wasn't sure if there was going to be combat, but there would have been way more civilians, so I didn't think there would be, but you never know who's going to follow you into the district. Thankfully, nobody
Right?
did.